Dormirse en la cama, darse prisa en tu alma, ratoncito en el club, no le oiga, blu, blu, blu. Kung Pao O'Malley, ratoncito le gusta danza cuando estudio en la escuela. Pajarita se cubre botín cuando visita a su abuela. Si necesita una amiga, debe hablar con ratoncito. Si quieres ser mi amante, debe ser alta y delgadita. Lunes, martes, ratones, pez. Miércoles, jueves, todo. Lunes, martes, ratones, pez. Miércoles, jueves.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Saturday Night and Saturday. There we go. So I just had a few more. I had a few more things to click than I realized. So, hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Like it just immediately starts to. We must stop, Dick.
I was hoping it would do that.
Right at the start. That's perfect. Thank you so much. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another crazy week of geekery, geekosity, geekitude, and geekiness. And, yes, Skinslip is indisposed at the moment. I can't remember what he's doing. He's doing something. He'll be here later. So,
Something has to do with wrestling, I think.
I think it does. Something wrestling-related. Maybe JL would know. JL's a big wrestling fan.
Does sound like Skinslip, yes.
Something Sorry, wrestling takes precedence over all else. It's like, okay, well, you know, you do you, we'll do us.
Yep.
So, welcome. Greetings.
Welcome.
The hell are you doing, Rose? Okay, can you not do that right now, please? Because a little distracting.
Dick.
Yes, there you go. That is indeed who we need to stop, Michelle. We need to stop Dick. Okay, so what's new with you guys this week? Anything new and exciting? In the worlds of Garbage Gamer and the Stoudman, the man of Stoud?
I've just been getting my pickups all throughout the week, slowly.
Pickups.
My back has been hurting all fucking week.
Well, that's excellent. I'm glad to hear
will
that.
not stop hurting.
Well, that's good. It's good to have consistency in your life. You know, predictability, things you can count on.
Waking up and knowing your back is going to feel terrible today.
It's like, wow, it still hurts. I somehow take comfort in that. Yeah.
At least I can rely on one thing.
Exactly, see? Always a silver lining. So, sorry to hear that. So you've been just pounding back Robaxacet like Glossette raisins?
No.
Oh.
I've been pounding these a lot. And
Ibuprofen.
not too many more than I should, but a few more than I should.
Alright.
And now I'm trying these, which are specifically for back pain.
Drugs. Yeah, whenever I have any kind of joint pain, because, oh, my hip is hurting. It must be gonna rain. Oh, my corns and my bunions. That wouldn't be joint pain. Anyway, usually Robaxacet. Evil, yes. Evil back pain. It's a boy. Come quick, I got evil back pain. Oh,
Please stop saying that.
oh, evil back pain.
Evil.
Back pain. Yeah. I'll just replace Death Ray with back pain, and there you go. That's Stoud every morning this week, folks. That was an actual recording of Stoudman waking up in the morning. Just like eyes.
Not too far off.
Bolt open. Evil!
Evil back pain. Evil.
Oh, God. Yes. And holy crap.
The evil Dr. Arthritis.
And that will be when the back pain ultimately destroys Stoud. We'll play that as we send his body in an extra wide coffin to the Genesis planet.
And then watch the planet implode.
Well, at least we tried. What can we do? Oh, God. So it's been a bit of a busy week for me. Of course, Rosie is here with me for 2 weeks, of which this is the end of the first week, so we're just entering the second week. So we've been doing... Yes, that's wonderful. I love having the Munchkin here. And, yeah, we went swimming the other day, had a lot of fun. Had an adventure going off to pick up a package from Purelator because, you know, we were here all day, so therefore they missed us and had to leave a package notice. Like, we were watching Stranger Things, and the phone is literally right next to the TV. And I checked the time on the notice, it's like, yeah, that's when we were watching Stranger Things. Like, we were literally sitting 3 feet away from the phone. The buzzer is linked into the phone. So there's no reason why they would have missed us. Like, we could not possibly have missed that call. So, I don't know what happened. Anyway, so we made an adventure of it. We went and walked there and went and got some pizza and then...
Fucking Purelator!
And then took a bus back because by then we didn't feel like walking anymore.
Purelator, more like a pure piece of crap.
Yeah, I just love wandering down into the industrial area without a car. Just for no reason. Hello? Oh. You smell like Oreos.
I just had 3.
Oh, bags?
No, I had 2 last
Pounds?
week.
Pounds? Yeah.
Yes, I had 3 pounds of Oreos.
Alright. Well, Oreos are pretty good. There's...
Asian, yes.
I'm
one of those weird people that doesn't really...
probably won't be ready until tomorrow, just so you know. They gotta freeze. Oh, okay. I went to the dollar store. They had 20 packs of like jumbo freezies for $1 or $1.25. So I got 2, and she's impatiently waiting for them to freeze. So yeah.
Freeze! Get down to the ground!
Are you frozen yet? Are you frozen yet? Are you frozen yet? If they're frozen,
They're
bring
never
me
gonna
one.
freeze
If not,
if you keep
then
looking.
don't.
Okay.
Keep opening and closing the damn
See,
door.
I'm one of
It's never
those.
gonna freeze.
I would like a freezy, like half frozen.
Half frozen? Oh, because it's kind of like a slushy.
Yeah,
You just like...
'cause that's what I end up doing anyway. I
Yeah.
end up like getting one, and
No.
then just like mushing it up.
Oh, okay. It's kind of like I used to really not like I liked Coca-Cola, but I didn't like it carbonated. So I would actually shake up the bottle and release the carbonation intentionally to have it cold and flat.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Now I actually like the carbonation, but when I was younger, I don't know, it was too burny in my mouth, I guess. So I liked it just flat and sweet and cold.
Pussy.
It's good. Okay, I'll relay that to 8-year-old me.
I like flat soda, but what the fuck?
I would intentionally make it flat. Yes. I know.
None of them are
They
done,
call
but
me
do you
the
want an
evil
Oreo
ginger.
or a couple Oreos or something?
Why? Just so you can have a couple more?
No, I don't want any more.
Oh, sure, I'll have a couple Oreos.
How many?
2, please.
Okay.
I got the Oreo double stuff was on sale. Basically, we needed toilet paper, and I had some points on my Shoppers Drug Mart card. So I was like, okay, I just need to accumulate $10 worth of stuff here, and I can just use points instead of actual money. So, oh, thank you. So so toilet paper was on sale. So I got a big thing of toilet paper. And we also need some pancake syrup to go with the Eggo waffles that we've been eating during our Stranger Things viewings, because you have to have Eggos with Stranger Things. And I needed a couple more bucks to fill out the $10, and I was like, oh, Oreo cookies are on sale. It's like a normal sized bag of Oreos, all varieties, for $1.88 instead of the usual like $4 or whatever they are. So yeah, so I got us a thing of Oreos. Double stuff. There they are. There's the double stuff.
They are doubly stuffed.
And I know there's a lot of very, specific ways to eat Oreos. Here's how I like to eat my Oreos.
I like to take a bite out of them.
Good.
Same here.
I
How
am
are you eating?
What?
Where'd they go? Oh. How'd you eat it?
I shove it in my mouth.
You evil, evil person.
I'll tell you how I used to do it, though. I used to take the top off,
Uh-huh.
and then I would actually lick the cream out. And I would just eat the cream, and then I would just eat the cookies afterwards.
Yeah,
Oh, that's not how I do it.
There's a
That's
Weird
not
Al
how
song
I
about
do it.
that.
Or I would do that, and I would take cream from several cookies and pile it up and have like one like super Oreo,
Oh, that sounds good.
and then a stack of just like regular cookies. So, yeah, so that's what I would do.
I love that Weird Al song.
Dad, what I
Couple
do
different ways. Huh?
is I take the top off, like the only cookie part,
Uh-huh.
and then I eat the only cookie part,
Uh-huh.
and then I have the white stuff.
Yeah,
like I
the
just
cream. Yeah.
go nuts with it,
Uh-huh.
and then I eat the bottom part.
Middle of
Okay.
an
So kind of similar
Oreo.
to how I eat it. Yeah.
I am 100% a milk dunker.
Oh, you're one of those. You like to dunk it.
I cannot eat Oreos dry. I don't know
Dunking
why.
it's pretty
I
good,
just
too.
cannot.
She likes to dunk it sometimes. I've never.
I will literally
myself.
dunk them until the cookie borderline dissolves.
All right. What happened to
So
the
I
cheese?
prefer
Michelle wants to
chocolate
know.
chip
We ate the cheese. One of the things I made this week for us as a treat was nachos. So I had just enough cheese for 2 batches of nachos. So so we had 2 batches. We had nachos twice this week, basically. So it's cheese, ground beef, and then salsa, and that was that. So.
I learned today that cheese is like $7 to $8 a bag in Japan.
Wow. Okay, so that's even more expensive than here. So the other way I like to do is actually lick the cream. So just kind of like.
I was thinking, in my
That's good.
evil ginger ways, I was thinking today of taking a picture while I was at Costco of the cheese section.
Oh god.
And
Just
no,
to show me.
show you, yes. Because in particular, they had a 5-pound block of cheddar cheese
Oh,
for $12.
oh my god.
And I was just like, I know Sean would love to see this.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Here we get a block about half that size for that price.
Yep.
About 2 or 3 pounds.
I posted a picture in the shitpost section of the Discord of something I found at Aldi today, which is a pool floaty called the poop float.
The poop. Oh, it's like the inflatable
Yeah.
poop emoji.
And
yeah.
Yeah, but it had
Are you
the,
shitting me?
I like that it's a poop floaty.
yes, and it literally it's called poop float is what it's written on the corner, and it has the French flottador de poupou.
Wow, it sounds so classy.
I'm looking at that, I'm just like,
All right. Should probably get our news items out of the way here. We got quite a stack this week. Let's take a look here. Boop-a-doop-boo-boo-boo.
Flotador.
As always, huge thanks to our New York news hound, Raptor Rivera. Always tormenting us with his wonderful pizza that he gets to enjoy over there. But, yeah, so big thanks to Raptor for gathering together the news, as always, our resident news hound. Okay, here we go. So we got some trailers this week. One of which, we got the official trailer for Disney's live-action remake of Mulan, which I have to say looks amazing.
It looks really good.
And sounding like it may not be a musical, might just be a straight-up historical drama take on the original legend. I'm okay with that, honestly, because I think it looks really good from what I saw. I've not seen the animated one, by the way. But I love Eastern history and drama and mythology and everything, so I'm all over stuff like that.
Great.
Huh?
The animated one is great. I think you'd like it.
I've heard it's good. I'll have to check it out one of these days. We also got the official trailer for Disney's Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, so the sequel to Maleficent, featuring Angelina
I still
Jolie.
need to see the
once
original
more.
Maleficent.
Yeah, Rosie really liked it. She really enjoyed it a lot. So, I bought her the Blu-ray when it came out. I also have not seen it. I've only seen bits of it when she was watching it. But this I need to see. I haven't watched this trailer yet. It's the official trailer for the upcoming CG film Lupin the Third: The First. Everybody's losing their mind about it. It says it looks fantastic. So I really need to check that one out because, as you know, I do love me some Lupin. Official trailer for Hideo Nataka's Sadako, which is a sequel to the original Ring and Ring 2. So yes, that series is still going in Japan. So very cool stuff. I have a box set of the original 4 movies of Ringu that they did. It's Ringu, Ringu 2, Raisin, and Ringu 0 is what it is. So, but apparently there's even more. They did more beyond those 4. That's just the ones that were out at the time. And this was around the time that the first movie the first Americanized adaptation came out. So yeah, pretty cool. So that series is still going over in Japan. Be nice to get like some kind of Uber collection of them. Looking at you, Arrow, or Severin, or Scream Factory, or Blue Underground, or Synapse. Any of you, do it. Give us the Ringu set. Come on.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
And we got an official trailer for Madness in the Method, starring and directed by Jason Mewes, who plays a fictionalized version of himself attempting method acting in order to gain more respect for himself in Hollywood and slowly descends into madness.
Do it! Make your dreams come true!
Yeah, that's right. Just do it.
So it's a movie about Jim Carrey? Cool.
Cool, yeah. So it's like Jim Carrey if he was Jason Mewes. So there you go. So that sounds like fun. I'm always down for anything with the Muse. All right, movie TV news. The critically acclaimed video game Cuphead is the latest to receive its own animated series backed by Netflix. The Cuphead Show. Like its source material, will focus on the adventures of Cuphead and his brother Mugman, who make a fateful deal with the devil in a high-stakes gambling match. So, yeah, and apparently all done in the same animation, like old-school animation style as the game. So, definitely down for that.
Not enough big baddies in the game.
Saying?
I don't know.
Have a long-running show.
I don't know. We'll see.
What were we all saying when that game came out, though? We're just like, man, I wish they would do more animated shows like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
We wish this had an animated show like that was in this style.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, there you go. Cuphead the series. You got it.
Now,
It's
I swear to
happening.
God, if they don't do it in exactly this animated style, I'm gonna be pissed.
I'm pretty
If
sure
it's
they
even
will.
Slightly different. I swear to God.
Even slightly. Yeah. On Jimmy Kimmel Live, Jon Favreau has announced he has begun writing on Season 2 of The Mandalorian. Already, they're working on Season 2. He says it's about a bounty hunter. It's after Return of the Jedi, so the Empire is gone and all hell is breaking loose in the Outer Rim. And it's about the scum and villainy that now, once you take out the rule of law, what happens? Chaos takes over, and you have a lot of the unseemly characters. Oh, it sounds wonderful. I want to see more of the seedy underside of the Star Wars universe. Yes, please. I'm all over this. I can't wait for this show. So obviously they have faith in it. They're already working on Season 2, so I guess... does anybody know when Season 1 is coming out? Isn't that like sometime later this year, I guess, eh?
It's coming out basically when Disney Plus comes out.
Oh, of course, of course. So it will be later this year then, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's see. Don Cheadle, MCU's War Machine, and also Captain Planet in those wonderful Captain Planet parodies, has joined the cast of Space Jam 2. Whether he'll be playing a human or a Looney Tune is unknown at this time. Raptors note, why, Rhodey, why?
I personally hope he plays the same role that Wayne Knight played in the first one, which is just the fucking dorky guy.
Okay. Nice. You know, I still have not seen the first one in its entirety. I own it on Blu-ray. A viewer sent it to me. I also have Looney Tunes Back in Action, which I think would be a fun double bill. I just haven't got around to it yet. No?
I've lost track of the number of times I've seen Space Jam.
You didn't like Looney Tunes Back in Action, Stab?
No. I'm pretty sure most people didn't like it.
No,
Okay.
that was a pretty well-panned movie.
Really? All right. Well, glad I didn't pay any money for it then. All right. I'm pretty excited about this one. A reboot of the Flintstones is in the works, and it will be geared more towards adults.
What do you, excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. More towards adults?
Yeah.
Was it the original one geared towards adults?
Yes.
Like it was a primetime show.
But this will be... But then there was a lot of others that followed that were, you know, more Saturday morning kiddie fare. So this is getting more back to the roots. But
in between the commercials where it showed them smoking.
Now I'm wondering because the I really enjoyed the comic book that they did a few years ago. That was a sort of reimagining of the Flintstones, and it was more realistic and dealt with, you know, it was more satirical, like very bitingly satirical. It was very well written. And I really enjoyed that a lot. So I'm almost wondering if that's part of the reason why. Is because even though it only lasted 1 year, they did 12 issues, it was very well received, I think, by fans and critics, once they sort of got over the initial shock of the different appearance of it and whatnot. But I'm wondering if it's going to be something along those lines. And if it is, I hope... I'd be all for that. But, yeah, so it says it will be a joint venture, joint production between Warner Brothers Animation and Brownstone Productions, helmed by actor and director Elizabeth Banks. So there we go. So that's definitely one I'll be keeping an eye on, because I do love some Flintstones. So, also, with the Jetsons getting a Blu-ray release, complete series Blu-ray release, I'm hoping that means we're getting the Flintstones as well. I can see why that might take a little longer, though, because it's more seasons, more episodes. So, here's hoping, because I would love to have
Wilma!
Let's see. Zack Snyder, director of 300, Batman vs. Superman, Watchmen, etc., will team up with Jay Olive, director of The Dark Knight Returns, storyboard artist on Ant-Man, Deadpool, etc., to create an anime based on Norse mythology for Netflix. Snyder and Oliva will serve as executive producers, with the latter also serving as showrunner. Cool. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down for that. Norse mythology, there's quite a rich mythology to draw upon there. In an interview with Empire, Todd Phillips revealed that his take on the Joker will not be based on any existing stories or plot threads from the comics. I think people are reading a little too much into this here. And he says, we didn't follow anything from the comic books, which people are going to be mad about, Phillips said. We just wrote our own version of where a guy like Joker might come from. That's what was interesting to me. We're not even doing Joker, but the story of becoming Joker. It's about this man. Yeah, I think people are reading too much into that and saying, like, it's like they're trying to incite nerd rage about this. And I don't see anybody being upset about it because, quite frankly, it looks like a great movie from the trailer. Like, it just looks like a really interesting movie. And there's been a lot of alternative takes on the Joker and the Joker's origin over the years anyway. So I really don't see people being outraged. I have not seen any outrage about this at all. Anywhere.
The only
ever.
outrage...
So,
oh, by the way, hi, Skinslip.
Hi, Skinslip.
Hola, fuckers! I was going to wait till you guys stop talking, but... Yeah.
But
you
what I was going to say is, like, the only thing I can understand some people might be upset about is, like, Well, there are so many different interpretations of the Joker that have been done in comic books, and we would like to see some of those interpretations done in the film world. And I'm like, okay, fine. But also, there's room for this, too.
Yeah, it's just another interpretation.
There's nothing wrong with this.
Yeah. Look, I'm like, are people complaining about the fact that it's like...
No. I was saying how there was that article that came out with the director saying that it wasn't based on anything from the comics. And
it isn't.
And he thinks that people are going to be outraged by that. But I was just saying how funny, I actually haven't seen any outrage about it at all. Like, everybody seems to be okay with it. So...
And actually, he may not have directly referenced anything on purpose, but he's definitely making references in the script. Definitely
yeah. Well, I mean... There's definitely the. There is. It all comes down to having one really bad day. I mean, that he definitely seems to be having a really bad day from what we saw in the trailer.
But there's also a lot of inspiration from Brian Azzarello's alternative universe Joker graphic novel called Joker. So there's like visually, there's definitely references.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's not nothing.
He may not have based it on one thing, which is probably true, but he definitely got inspiration from some comics.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think people are at least the sites reporting that are blowing it out of proportion to try to incite nerd rage, and that's the part that outrages me. Not the movie.
Now I'm outraged.
Now we've seen about.
Make me outraged.
I'm outraged, exactly. All right. Let's see. So anyway, really looking forward to that one. I really like what we've seen so far, and I love Joaquin Phoenix. And it just looks like a really cool movie about a man who goes nuts from being shat on by society. And
you can easily just watch that movie and think if it bothers you that it's not in continuity or whatever, you can just think it's a guy inspired by the Joker. The Joker, Batman exists in that universe. He's just going insane, and he decides to look like the Joker. Because why not?
There you go.
Disturbing real world references involved.
Let's see. Derek Kolstad, writer of the John Wick franchise, has joined the writing staff for Disney's Falcon and Winter Soldier series. Very nice.
Interesting. Well, okay.
Up the action quotient a bit, I guess, maybe.
He seems to know how to write action.
Well, we'll
I'm
see.
sorry, but like, if you really want to up the action cone, get Gareth Edwards or Gareth. The Gareth Edwards?
Gareth Edwards? Is that what you're talking about?
No, that guy from Godzilla, the other guy. The guy who did The Raid.
Oh, I don't know.
That guy. I can't... It's Gareth something or something Gareth?
That'd be cool. Well, I mean, it depends. Also, we don't really know what direction they're taking with that. All we know is they're doing a Falcon and Winter Soldier series.
That guy can direct action, is what I'm saying. Get that guy to direct something for Marvel, and you'll have probably one of the coolest superhero movies ever. Visual term.
Christoph Waltz, two-time Oscar winner, will reprise his role as Blofeld in Bond 25, the as-yet untitled Bond 25. Being the 25th film in the franchise, I imagine they've got some pretty special treats in store for that one. At least I hope they do. So, I need to get caught up on those.
Don't hope.
The last one I've actually seen in full was Casino Royale. So I'm a few movies behind. I watched like half of Quantum of Solace and then just never got back to it. No particular reason. I was enjoying it. Just didn't finish watching it.
I watched part of Spectre.
I do maintain with Quantum of Solace, you need to watch it the same time you watch Casino Royale, because it's literally Casino Royale Part 2. Like, they are literally two parts of the same story. So a lot of people don't seem to get that, and they just watch Quantum of Solace as its own thing, and they're all like, "Well, there was parts of the story missing." No, they weren't. They were in Casino Royale, but you watched it so fucking long ago, you forgot. So watch Casino Royale, then watch Quantum of Solace right after it. I guarantee you. It will make a lot more sense, and
within proximity, it seems,
and likely be more enjoyable because you'll have all that context fresh in your mind. So I was enjoying it because I just watched Casino Royale again, and then I just drifted away from it and never got back to it, as I do sometimes.
That happens.
One of these days, I'll get back to it and just. I really just want to sit down and have a Bond fest one of these days. Like, just go through that whole frickin' Bond 50 set, one movie at a time, chronological order. All the way up to the latest one, and just maybe do a month of Bond reviews or something, because there's literally enough movies to do a month of reviews. So, anyway, Don't ask.
You know, that'd be really cool if you spent the whole year like doing that and having 1 month at the end when you were done filming everything be that found by month, like you're doing with Halloween.
Just do, yeah, exactly. Just it would be something I would plan ahead. I wouldn't just
exactly.
Yeah.
You'd have to plan even longer ahead. You'd be like literally as soon as you're done with Halloween reviews, start the James Bond reviews. So they're done.
Just do one here, one
by
there
the end of the
until
year.
they're
Yeah,
done,
like,
and then
they're all live in November or something, right?
That's a good idea. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So maybe 2020, maybe or not.
Maybe
you'll
one
find
of these years
out.
it'll happen. One of these years it'll happen. Don't expect it. He won't.
Maybe I'll do some. Maybe I'll do some smaller series first, like maybe the Rocky ones. I was talking about doing the Rocky ones. So
Fast and the Furious movies. Come on.
Oh god, no.
They're so much fun.
Anyway,
man, you gotta learn how to have some fun.
I do. I just like other fun.
You square.
Greg Russo.
To be square.
Greg Russo, screenwriter on the upcoming Mortal Kombat film, has confirmed that the film will be R-rated and include fatalities from the game series. Speaking of Mortal Kombat, Joe Taslim, martial artist from the Raid Redemption, has been cast as Sub-Zero. So there you go.
I honestly think anyone suggesting the movie should be PG-13 should be shot out of a cannon into space.
I think it's long past time we had an R-rated Mortal Kombat movie.
Have you seen the game? The game is basically a horror fighting game.
Yeah. It's a horror. It's a dark fantasy horror fighting game.
Not only that, they have horror icons are in the game now, and I guarantee you that's gonna continue being a thing, and it's gonna get even more prevalent. That's like Mortal Kombat has had a fucking rebirth, and it knows exactly what it wants. It wants to be the Smash Brothers for guys, people who like gore.
Yeah,
I shouldn't say guys, because anybody.
Play up, your exploitation fan audience that loves these games.
That's my point.
Market it to them. Exactly.
I mean, have you seen the fatalities of this new game?
Well, and I think they're on the right track with the web series they did a few years ago, the Mortal Kombat Legacy, because it was darker, it was more serious than the movies were. So yeah, I think it's long past time for an R-rated Mortal Kombat. So.
Unless we're gonna do an actual martial arts tournament movie, which I think that ship's pretty much sailed for most of those because people think it's an old hat gimmick. It's happened like a million times in the 80s. I don't think you can do a fighting game into a movie. It just doesn't work as a standard narrative film. It just doesn't.
No. Well, I mean, the nice thing about Mortal Kombat is the structure of it is it's a tournament. So, I mean, it's going to be a tournament movie of some kind. So, yeah, I mean, do it. I'm down. So, let's see here. Oh, yeah. While talking to Bloody Disgusting, this is big news. Sam Raimi revealed that he, Bruce Campbell, and Robert Tapert have begun to mull over ideas for a new Evil Dead film. He mentioned two of the three ideas he would have for a new film, either talking Campbell out of retirement to return as Ash, or working with Fede Alvarez, the director of Evil Dead 2013, with Raimi producing. He basically said, I remember reading the article, he said he has like 5 ideas. And some of them involve Bruce Campbell, or if he says no, he's got other ideas, and he's got basically another Evil Dead movie of some kind is going to happen. It's just a matter of who wants to be involved and whatnot that will determine which of the ideas he goes with. But he's got a plan for all of them.
One of the ideas he was shopping around is it would be a continuation and ending of both his franchise of movies and the TV show. All the characters from the TV show and both franchise movies show up, and then we continue on with the new franchise being able to continue off from there.
That would be the best situation, I think.
I would welcome that.
Yeah, to like give that a proper send off and go from there. And thanks, Meghound.
I prefer Raimi directed. I'm okay with Alvarez directing. Alvarez is a great. Fede Alvarez has shown that he can direct a Evil Dead movie for sure.
Yeah, he was the director of the remake, I'm guessing.
Yes. Yeah, and it was very good.
I know. I'm guessing I should just buy that now because you're never going to send it to me, right?
I don't even. I have your shit somewhere in one of these. Look, have you seen the wall boxes? I mean.
Yep.
There's no story into a lot of that stuff. It's still there from like when I shipped it here. So like.
Okay.
I will send that to you. I'm going to send it to you. What I'm going to do is in the next, I've been thinking about this for a few days, actually, oddly enough.
Okay, coincidentally. Great minds.
Next few weeks, I'm going to dig it all out, pack it all up, I'm going to get it ready, and then probably in September I'll be able to ship it.
Okay.
I don't have money from next month. There's just too many free.
No worries.
But the next time I have money free, when I don't owe people like Stoudman money.
No, I was just legitimately asking, like, because I mean, it was like 5 years ago.
I know.
And you said, "Don't buy it, I'm going to send it to you." I'm like, "Okay," and I literally have waited 5 years and not bought it, audience. Not watched it. Fault. So I was just legitimately asking, like, "Look, dude, if you just can't send it, that's fine. I'll just buy it."
I can send it. I just keep... here's what I'm going to do. Hold on. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to my...
It's honestly okay. Just let me know. You know,
$50. Send Sean shit.
Yeah.
There. It's going to cost a lot because you're Canadian.
I have to
and in October,
yeah,
$50. Send Owen his shit.
There you go.
I have 2 boxes of stuff to send, so
Excellent.
I apologize about that. And
That's
I still have stuff for
I
Stoudman.
also still need to send shit to him. So
yeah.
I send shit to you, Stoudman. I've got a few things for you too.
And I think you got some things to send to me, and I've got a couple boxes that I've been slowly adding things to for you guys. I need to put more stuff in them though. They don't.
You don't need to send. You can send whatever you have.
No. There needs to be more stuff.
You know the shipping for you is gonna be a lot more because Canada sucks.
That's okay.
Just so we're clear.
That's all right.
Canada sucks for shipping, I should say.
Just expect that in about a decade, and then
basically, Trump came into power and shipping rates doubled. I don't know what happened.
Let's see here. Samuel L. Jackson has reportedly joined the cast of the next Saw film, helmed by Chris Rock. Very cool. Actually, really looking forward to that.
How the fuck?
Yeah. I still need to watch Jigsaw. It's the only one I haven't seen.
I haven't seen that one yet either. And Chris Rock did a movie called Top 5, which he got very good acclaim for. I haven't seen it yet. I have it.
Nice.
I haven't watched it yet.
Is it a horror movie or?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's a comedic drama. But
okay.
Comedy and horror are very closely related to
I remember we were talking about that before when it was originally announced that Chris Rock was taking over the Saw franchise.
I imagine you can take it in very interesting ways that could, and there's probably going to be some sort of subtext that we could never, that only someone who's lived his life could put into it.
No, that's what I say. I mean, I'm really looking forward to seeing what he does with that, and I look forward
I imagine
to
it has something to do with fame for sure, and race, and sort of other things,
And it's got Samuel Jackson in it now, so.
Samuel Jackson, yes.
Boom! Thanks, Duncan. I just flipped over in time to see the boom there. That was awesome. Thank you. And thanks, Michelle, for the variety of bits there. Some unicorn boner hearts, and some clovers, and some robots, and some tombstones, and more unicorn boner hearts. Awesome. Excellent.
Did I just call them that? I called them that?
Yes.
That's how it works.
We actually all kind of agreed. That's kind of what they look like.
It really does. It really does. Yeah.
This is news we all just blew all our minds. Mill Creek has acquired the home video licensing rights to more than 1,100 episodes and 20 films from the Ultraman franchise. And they're kicking it off with a pair of releases of the complete series of Ultra Q, the complete series of Ultraman in limited edition steelbook and non-steelbook packaging on Blu-ray. Yes. They didn't just get Ultraman. They got Ultraman in high def. So they're putting out Blu-rays of Ultraman for the first time ever in North America.
Series 3 is Ultra 7, so it'll the next release cycle, which will probably be the November, December, I think, the next volumes will probably come out, judging based on the Andy Sidaris collection spacing. I would assume that Ultra 7 will be next.
Very cool. Yeah, they seem to be doing them. Well, so far they're doing them chronologically, because it all starts with Ultra Q, and then Ultraman is the second one. So, and they're actually numbered on the spine. Yep. So very cool. So it looks really nice. They're very nice looking sets. The steelbook sets retail for $50. The non-steelbooks are $40. So pretty affordable.
I went there pre-ordered the steelbooks.
Yeah. Absolutely. I would too, but I don't have the money, so I'll get what I can get when I can get it. Anyway.
I never picked up Ultraman from Mill Creek, and I have Ultra Q that I won in a contest. One of the few times I won a contest.
Nice.
I won Ultra Q and Johnny Sacco.
That's cool. Johnny Sacco, yeah.
Yeah.
The cop and cabbie comedy Stuber and the survival horror Crawl both hit theaters this week. Crawl depicts a young woman while attempting to save her father during a Category 5 hurricane. Finds herself trapped in a flooding house and must fight for her life against alligators.
It's got such great reviews right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. I can't wait to see it. By Alexandra Aja did Piranha 3D, and he did what was the other one? He did High Tension, and there's one other one I can't remember off the top of my head, but very well reviewed movies.
So, in comic book news, IDW's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have just revealed the newest turtle, the yellow-masked Jenica. This is the first female Ninja Turtle introduced since Venus de Milo from The Next Mutation in 1997.
Wait, there's a female Ninja Turtle?
There is now, yes. There was in a live-action series back in the 90s, too. So, and other pretty cool news here. Legendary filmmaker John Carpenter will re-team with Anthony Birch, Boom Studios' Big Trouble in Little China, to write a comic for DC Comics, The Joker, Villain of the Year. So that is the same writer-co-writer team that did the first 12 issues of the Big Trouble comic, which Skinslip and I will attest was wonderful and so much fun. A worthy follow-up to the classic movie. Let's see here. Just before we get into the video game news, because I'm sure Garbage Gamer would like to handle that. We lost a few people this week. The big one, of course, being legendary actor Rip Torn, who was Zeus in Disney's Hercules, was Zed in Men in Black 1 and 2. He was in Dodgeball. I always remembered him as as Artie, the producer in the Larry Sanders Show. He was great in that. Just an amazing character actor.
He did many voices also video game related.
Yeah.
Across the God of War franchise.
Oh, yeah, yeah. He was in a lot of stuff.
I remember him from the B movie.
Okay, then.
But yes, he will be sorely missed. Rip Torn is one of those legendary actors that can't be replaced.
Oh, he was great.
So the film of the Beastmaster. That was what I remember most.
He's been in a lot of stuff. He's like, if you read his IMDb, I mean, it just goes on for miles.
100-something movies.
Yeah. We lost Denise Nickerson, who had roles in The Electric Company, Dark Shadows. She was Violet in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
That I did not know.
She was actually, she was, I forget what it was. She had a stroke, and she was on life support for a while, and her family decided to just pull the plug and let her pass away in peace rather than for her to continue suffering. So, yeah, it's very unfortunate. Also lost Eddie Jones, who had roles in The Terminal, A League of Their Own, and he was Pa Kent in Lois and Clark. And finally, we lost Cameron Boyce, who was in Grown Ups, Grown Ups 2, and Disney's Descendants, etc. So, lost a few people this week, so it's unfortunate.
Wait, how is she in Descendants?
I don't know. Have you seen Descendants?
No.
Okay, then.
I know all the characters.
You just heard of it, I guess. Yeah.
No, I know all the characters.
Okay.
I've never seen it.
Oh, okay.
Recap videos for the win. No, okay.
That's what all the kids do nowadays.
So,
I watch for shows I haven't watched yet.
So, just before we get into video game news here again, Stoudman, I think, has a couple of movie-related items you wanted to throw into the mix.
Oh, yes. The Lion King, the remake for Lion King, the soundtrack for it got released on Spotify earlier this week. And I will say Hans Zimmer did a great job of recreating a lot of the music, like the instrumental music. In fact, in some cases, I think he did a better job than the original movie. But all the songs that were like recreated that like, involve singing are just in every case worse. Now, I'm not saying they're all way worse, because some of them are just like, it's not quite as good. It's not quite the same thing, but it's acceptable. There's nothing wrong.
It's not Phil Collins, but that's okay.
Now, But when it comes to things like Hakuna Matata or really anything with Pumbaa in it, it becomes quite clear to me, at least, that Seth Rogen was the wrong choice for Pumbaa. Seth Rogen is so terrible as Pumbaa.
I could see him acting as Pumbaa, but anything involving singing, maybe not.
I said they probably should have.
No, he doesn't even sound like Pumbaa. That's the thing. He doesn't have the right voice for it.
Well,
he doesn't have to be like the original, dude.
No, that's this version of Pumbaa.
Stop being married to
Does he sound like a warthog?
Does he sound like a fat guy? He sounds like a fat guy.
I was making the jokes earlier that, well, he looks like one. But...
Does he sound like he's been a chubby checker his whole life? All right, he's fine. He's doing all right then. Even if you don't like him, it's fine. You don't have to like him.
It's terrible. I think
they could have easily, did what
everything is awful.
What most movies did back today is they have
terrible when you're
voice
playing
actor for the character, then they actually have a singer come in and sing the role.
Yeah.
That'd been nice.
You know what blew my mind? I had no idea my entire life until the DVD set came out that the acting voice and singing voice of Jem from the old cartoon were two different people. Blew my mind. Because they sound very alike. Like, one totally sounds like it could be the singing voice of the actress.
They could have gotten somebody that sounded like Seth Rogen, but could actually sing.
Yeah. Blew my mind. I was like, wait a minute, that was two people? I always thought it was the same person.
Now, here's the thing. Yeah. Ultimately, I don't really care all that much. I am glad that they did keep Be Prepared in there. I don't remember where I saw it or where it popped up, why I got the idea that it wasn't going to be in the movie, but I swear some article came out
Latino Review
a year ago or something like that.
Yeah, I saw your Facebook post, and I was wondering why
Be Prepared isn't going to be in the movie, and I was like, "What do you mean Be Prepared isn't going to be in the movie? It's the best song in The Lion King."
I know you raged about that.
It's the quintessential song of The Lion King.
You raged about that for like a month. You put all your political posts on hold just to continually, endlessly rage about the lack of that Lion King song.
He did.
And now it's in the song, or it's in the movie, so I'm happy about that.
So.
Fuck you.
That said, the only reason I care even a little bit is because I was born at like the exact right time for The Lion King. But when I say that, it's like everybody else at the time, I was in like 5th grade. Everybody else was losing their fucking minds saying it's the best movie that's ever been made. Literally, just the best fucking thing ever. I waited to see it until like it was about to leave theaters. I saw it in a double bill with Angels in the Outfield. And I thought, I thought both of these movies are okay, but there's nothing special about either of them. That's how I felt about it.
Boom! There it is, kids.
Oh, God damn, dude. Like, really? Angels in the Outfield, though.
I take your favorite movie and say, meh.
I like it.
That's like someone saying Field of Dreams is bad. Like, I will punch you in the scrotum, you piece of shit.
It's like people who...
Field of Dreams is way better than Angels in the Outfield.
I never said it was terrible.
It's like
okay.
all those people who went to see The Dark Knight, and then they suddenly felt like they were film experts. And this was the greatest film ever created in the entire history of film.
It was kind of like that, yeah. But like,
it drove me crazy. I'm like, shut the fuck up. You are not a film expert. You just went and saw a Batman movie. Shut up. Yeah, it was an okay Batman movie, but it wasn't the greatest movie ever made.
But what if I am a film expert? Can I not shut up then?
No, that's fine. But, I mean...
Oh, okay.
But the thing is, being an actual film expert, you're not going to say that, because...
No, of course not. Like, walking out of Watchmen at midnight, it was like 3 in the morning, I guess, it was the midnight showing, right? And, that was the worst movie I've ever seen. I'm like, wow, you need to see more fucking movies. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know.
The movie was
That's one of the best movies I've ever seen. What are you talking about?
I fucking love that. That was such a great movie to see in the theaters.
Which one?
Watchmen.
Oh, Watchmen. Yeah.
Worst movie ever. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. It's like if you even... See, the problem with Watchmen, we talked about this, I think I talked about this in my video, the problem with Watchmen is a lot of people went to see it I think part of it was timing also, because it was coming out like kind of just as the superhero boom was starting to happen. So people just had superheroes, comic books on the brain, and they expect every superhero movie to be an action fest and fairly, light entertainment. They go in to see Watchmen, which is this deep deconstruction of the superhero genre and satire, and like there's so many layers of subtext to it. They just didn't know what to make of it. Like it was, not what they were going to see, and thus they didn't interpret it correctly.
And I hate people who go, well, the book, the comic had all these great things, all the subtext. Like, yeah.
So did the movie.
The movie was 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
The book takes 40 hours to read.
Yeah, actually
do
takes
the math.
Yeah.
Ooh, I wonder which one has more. Of course, the comics have more. They can explore the medium more thoroughly.
The thing is, actually, the comics don't take that long to read. They take maybe about...
I was being exaggerated.
Yeah, maybe about 10 hours. But the motion comic, like the motion comic adaptation, which is literally a literal adaptation of the comic, is about 5.5 hours long. So, and the only thing missing from the motion comic is the backup features, like the Under the Red Hood things, the interviews and stuff like that. But it's just the main story. So the main story itself will take you about 6 hours if you just kind of, go through it. But, so that's the thing, taking that into account, and that the movie is just the main story. The Ultimate Edition is 3.5 hours. So it's almost pushing 4 hours. And
it's almost pushing 4 hours.
So there's not a lot of stuff cut out, honestly. Like, there's really very little cut out.
Even if they did, like, dude, it's like the depth of the medium is completely different. The time in which you consume the medium is different.
Yeah.
Your attention span is different for the mediums. So it's like, you can't compare them like that.
No.
Like, you just
and the thing is also with Watchmen, I mean, they were very thorough. Like, instead of having everything stuffed into the movie, Zack Snyder did the smart thing and had some of it relegated to extras. So there's like a faux documentary called Under the Hood, which is an adaptation of all the side material that's in the backup features. So you actually get all of that stuff in another hour of content in this faux documentary in the extras. That's part of the adaptation, folks. It's not just the movie.
It is everything, man.
So you literally have 4.5 hours of content adapting 90% of the original book.
But can you imagine the gall of someone coming out of Jurassic Park and saying it wasn't as deep as the book, so it sucked? You know, imagine
Thanks,
the
Brinsley.
gall?
And thanks, Strong said for the gift sub to Brinsley. Sorry, go ahead.
Some people should be shot into space. I'm just saying.
I remember those people who went to Jurassic Park and said, "Oh, the book is better."
No
Fuck
shit.
You.
No shit. 500 pages, 340 pages or some shit.
The book is the book would have to be a mini series to adapt the book. But also the book really drags things out as far as like Malcolm is injured and dying and being dragged along as a burden to everybody through like 2/3 of the book. Whereas it's a lot more streamlined and the pacing is better in the movie.
I mean, even Crichton did better pacing in Lost World when he wrote the book, which is very different from the movie.
So
So
I don't know.
Back to the Lion King.
Oh yeah.
I just wanted to finish this up because I had people accusing me of having no soul, which is true.
Yes. Accusing you correctly.
No. Where's your sense of joy, Stoudman?
Where's your sense of joy?
So here's the thing. I vividly recall being in 5th grade, being forced to learn all the songs from The Lion King. I recall every time I'd go to spend the night at a friend's house, that'd be the movie we'd watch. Stuff like that. Like, I get it. It was a big, important film at the time. Also, it was over-fucking-rated. It was overrated, people. It wasn't as good as everybody made it out to be. But I am interested to see the remake. I don't
so happy to hear all of this.
I've heard about it so far. I've seen it so far. The thing is, like, I will say there are a lot of people coming out saying, "Oh, the Uncanny Valley, it's a terrible movie because
job is
all
to
these.
tell everyone.
Cool.
Nobody's found out it's me yet.
Okay, cool.
Interrupted.
People, all these people are saying like it's a terrible movie because it breaks the uncanny valley rule, where all these animals who aren't supposed to talk like humans are talking like humans, and it just feels weird or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like,
what do you think the cartoon was?
They've done talking animal movies for a long fucking time.
This is something I don't get, is people getting outraged over things that are happening in a movie, and it's a thing like that, where it's something that they've been doing literally for decades in other movies, and people acting like it's a new thing. Like, people
Nothing's
getting...
new, guys. Nothing.
Like, people getting bent out of shape. 3 hours is so long for a movie. Like, with the fucking biblical epics of the 50s, they were like 4 or sometimes pushing 5 hours. Don't give me this 3 hours is too long.
Sometimes 2 breaks in them.
Yeah.
I think 2 breaks in
Did
a
you
movie.
already forget the Lord of the Rings movies? Like...
That's why no one likes those.
Is it like...
Because they're too long.
Yeah.
Is it like Napoleon from like 1914 or something, like 5.5 hours long silent film?
Yeah.
Can you imagine sitting with dead silence in a theater for 5 hours?
It's ridiculous. Yeah, see, there you go. Iceman says, talking animals since Mickey Mouse, 1928. 1928.
Even if you're talking about like the newer CGI kind of animal looking,
I'd like to hold on.
Realistic, right? The Jungle Book, right? They just recently did the Jungle Book movies.
Yeah.
Or the newer Jungle Book movies.
Michael was mentioning that.
And it was actually pretty damn good. I don't think anybody really had any issues with it.
Yeah.
Why do they have an issue with this?
Here's the thing. Talking animals aren't new. 1928 didn't invent it. It existed in fiction before that, so it comes from somewhere else, right? Like, so people are like, "Oh, it's like, look, it's been around since before you existed."
Did none of you see Homeward Bound?
None of you.
And if not, why not?
If not, why not? 100-page essay. Let's go.
That's right.
So the criticisms I'm hearing from this just fall flat. It's like, okay, your criticisms are misplaced. You need to be talking more about how Seth Rogen should not be Pumbaa.
What about the Babe movies? The Babe movies are nothing but talking animals, CG.
I think it's actually kind of cool that he's Pumbaa. I don't
real
give a shit
animals with CG.
I like
mouths.
Seth Rogen, by the way. I don't have a problem with him. I think he's just getting a paycheck here.
You sound like the people who are, I'm not a racist, but I don't hate Seth Rogen, but I don't hate Seth Rogen, but
Iceman points out, actually it dates back even farther back than that, to the Bible with the talking snake.
So, evil. Talking animals should be evil.
All talking animals should be evil. That's right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So I have a feeling this is going to be a pretty well received movie overall. I think it's going to be pretty good. Maybe not great, but good, at least.
I have no interest. I've seen a single one of these remakes, and I probably won't for a while.
I'm just waiting until it comes on Blu-ray. Honestly.
Oh my God, Strong said. Please pay attention to the full discussion. We just had a huge discussion about Be Prepared. It's not cut out of the movie.
Yeah, it's in the movie. Go look on YouTube.
Like, how did you miss Stoud's 10-minute long rant about that? Like, oh my God.
It was more like 30 seconds, but still.
Whatever.
47-hour rant series.
You go to YouTube, you put Lion King 2019 Be Prepared in there. It's right there. It's on the album. It's in the movie. It's there.
Yeah.
It's there. It's there. My back hurts now. Thank you.
More CBD. More CBD.
Yes.
Anyway.
So.
There's that.
I have no interest in any of these remakes. I don't have any grudge against them. I hope people enjoy them. That's just.
Before we take a million years talking about this, let's move to the next subject.
I'd just like to add quickly, it would be really nice if they at least included Be Prepared in the movie, though.
You son of a bitch. I'm going to jump on the fucking table.
Oh, anyway.
Fucking strangle you.
So.
Moving right along to Terminator.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, Tim Miller trolling the shit out of
yes. I love you, Tim Miller.
So, do you want to read this, Skinslip, or should I?
No, go for it.
Go ahead. Stab,
He turned into a meme, by the way. People are mimicking the way he said it to, like, mock it with other ridiculous things because it's kind of a ridiculous thing what he said. But
yeah, it is.
anyway.
But you know,
I love it.
Funny. I like it. Good.
Yeah. Speaking with Variety, director Tim Miller stated Mackenzie Davis's character Grace in Terminator Dark Fate will, quote, scare the fuck out of closet misogynists.
Yes.
Joe came out with this idea that a new protector from the future is a machine fighter. It's a painful life, and they're scarred and take a lot of drugs to combat the pain of what's been done to them. They don't live a long time. It's a very sacrificial role. They risk death to save others. And from the very first suggestion, it was always a woman. We had to look for someone who has the physicality, but I'm very sensitive to actors. I didn't just want a woman who could physically fit the role, but emotionally as well. Mackenzie really wanted to do it. She came after the role. She worked harder than anybody. If you're at all enlightened, she'll play like gangbusters. If you're a closet misogynist, she'll scare the fuck out of you because she's tough and strong, but very feminine. Yes. We did not trade certain gender traits for others. She's just very strong, and that frightens some dudes. You can see online the responses to some of the early shit that's out there, trolls on the internet. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
To be fair, I'm saying if you're enlightened, you'll get it. Like, that's kind of like a real shitty thing to say.
Yeah.
And it's also, I'm pretty sure that is a...
that's him trolling the trolls back.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
What's the word? It's not hypocrisy. It's when you fallacy. It's a fallacy. I'm pretty sure it's a fallacy. It's a no choice fallacy where you don't have a choice.
No true Scotsman.
No,
it's not no true Scotsman.
It's not a false one. Not false one. The one you're giving a no choice option, where your choice is either be a Satan or be an angel, and there's no in between.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember the.
It's like you either believe this or you're a drooling idiot.
Yeah. I'm just saying like that's the way he phrased that is probably not.
Yeah, but I think also the way, like what Stout said, I think the reason he phrased it that way is to reverse troll the trolls. I mean,
sure.
Which I'm sure is what he's doing, but
and it worked.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the butt hurtness.
Oh really?
Beautiful.
The butt hurtness. Statement we deserved.
You can see. Have you ever seen a misogynist memes? They're horrendously not funny. They look like they're built like in a way to be funny, and I'm sure if you're a misogynist, that'd be hilarious. But then you look, but that's not true. It's not.
Yeah, I know. I see a lot of memes like that about extremist views and whatnot that are
Facebook.
Just trying to be funny, and it's like, no, it doesn't work because the core belief that you are beginning with this meme is a fallacy, to put it kindly.
So, one of the articles that was posted about this on Facebook, I was kind of following the comments section, right? Mm-hmm. And one of the comments said, it was from a guy who said they probably alienated a large part of their target demographic with this casting.
No.
And my response was simply, oh, look, there's one of the dudes he was talking about.
With what casting? The strong female lead?
What's funny is...
Literally the first movie?
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, literally from the first movie, it's been about a strong female character rising to the challenge. And
she's unsure of herself in that first movie, but by the end of that movie, she knows who she is.
Yeah.
That's her journey in that movie.
Exactly. And then the second one is a logical continuation of that journey.
Different role, the mentor character instead, you know.
Yeah, but it's a logical continuation of that character arc, and worked beautifully. But it has always been a franchise about strong female characters. Always. I mean, Sarah Connor is the hero of those movies. So, heaven forbid we have another strong female character in there along with Sarah. You know, like, oh my God. So, yeah. You hated what series, Duncan?
I have to say one thing. There is, in canon, in one of the movies, they talk about Sarah Connor surviving Judgment Day or whatever and training people. So,
wait.
Continuity.
Duncan is saying he hated the Terminator series, but you only saw a few episodes of it? Okay, you need to reevaluate that, seriously.
I haven't seen it yet, actually.
I absolutely loved that series, and the first I saw it was basically when I got the Blu-rays on the cheap, like I was on like a Black Friday sale or spring sale or something like that. I got them cheap, and I sat down. I was like, I don't know, how good is this gonna be? And then I watched it, and I was like, holy shit, this is fantastic. This is like, yeah, Sarah Connor Chronicles. It was because it followed on from the second one. Like it was actually a sequel from the second movie, and went off on its own timeline. It makes reference. The Terminator character played by what's-her-face from Firefly.
Summer Glau?
Summer Glau, yeah. Her character is aware of what happened in the other timeline. Up to that point, the only other movie was Terminator 3. And she tells Sarah about some of the things, like, yeah, you died. It's like, I died? It's like, yeah. Okay, then. But because we jumped time tracks, you're no longer a part of that timeline. So it takes place in a parallel timeline that runs parallel to the events of Terminator 3. So it's actually where the timelines diverge, but it's all part of the same continuity. So, absolutely worth watching. Don't just watch random episodes. It is a continuing story, and you need context. But, sadly, only 2 seasons. And, yeah, Lena Headey was fantastic as Sarah. I thought she was great. I thought she played really good Sarah Connor. Oh, she's just an amazing actor. I agree. Absolutely.
So good.
She's amazing. She's a freaking chameleon. She can play characters that you love, characters that you hate. She can just do it all.
I finished Game of Thrones, and god damn
Oh, yes.
Jesus Christ. I was like, no!
See, going from,
No!
like, from Sarah Connor to Cersei Lannister, like, what a complete opposite ends of the spectrum. And then she's Mama in the Dread movie, who's just like this strung out crime boss kind of thing, you know, and what an amazing actor. I love her so much. Yeah, Dread was great. I need to watch it again too. But yeah, anyway, let's see, what I remember combined with what I know now, I would have benefited from being able to binge watch episodes back to back. Back in those days, I had to wait a whole week, and it never got. Yeah, no, you definitely want to binge it because I mean, it is a continuing story. And you would probably enjoy it more being able to sit down and watch a few episodes at a time. It's not very long either. I think the first season's only 8 episodes, and then the second season was 22. So you're looking at 30 episodes total, and then that's it. Sadly, it ended incomplete, but it is a good journey for as long as it does run.
Another thing we forgot to mention, news-wise, is that The Stand, the original miniseries, is getting released on Blu-ray.
Yes, and a lot of people have questions about that. Like, well, I thought it was all edited and finished in standard def. It's like, yeah. However, this is coming out from CBS, the CBS division of Paramount. So the same people who did the Star Trek stuff.
It's either going to be terrible or great.
So I have a feeling, now it says that it's been newly restored for Blu-ray, so what I'm thinking they've done is much like what they did with Star Trek Next Generation, and gone back to the original negatives, reconstructed the episodes, and then redone some of the post-production effects. I mean, I don't know how much there was in terms of actual, like, post-production effects in that. I haven't seen The Stand, so I don't know. But I would.
You haven't seen it?
No, but I would assume from that era, it's mostly all in-camera stuff anyway. So, yeah, it's okay. I've seen the original British version, Survivors, that Stephen King, based it on without credit. That's okay. I'll see the Stephen King take on that concept eventually.
I do like that the Digital Bits tweet has, quote, they have in quotations that it was brilliantly restored.
Well, it's because that's what's on the packaging.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
they're just like saying, like a nod and a wink there, like, we don't know if this is true or not, but it says brilliantly restored.
Because we don't have any information about it. We're all just kind of assuming. It's like, okay, I guess they did what they did with Star Trek The Next Generation then. And,
I would hope so.
Ideally, rescanning the original negatives and then reconstructing the post-production effects in high definition. So, I guess we'll find out.
What I'm happy to hear is that it's not super expensive.
But
it's
there's
$40.
There's the remake on its way. So, presumably, this is being done as a tie-in with that. A little bit of a cash grab. So,
it's literally announced on the same day.
They want it to be, an attractive product to not tarnish the brand. So, I would assume, because of that, they're going to do a nice job of it. So, hopefully, we'll We'll see.
It'll be interesting. Yeah, I
mean, I would definitely like to pick it up because, as I said, I've never seen it, and it's one I've been wanting to check out for quite a while. So,
I follow Mick Garris, and I'm friends with a bunch of DVD producers, Blu-ray producers and stuff. And
I think I also follow Mick Garris.
I saw the fucking thread, and he's like, "I was not notified of this." And then some guy goes, "And wasn't it shot? It was edited on video with videos,
like shot on film, but finished on video."
Yeah. Edited on video, mastered for TV on video.
Yeah.
With SD effects.
Yeah.
And Garrett said that's correct, and I wasn't notified about any of this. He had no at any point was talked to at all. And so we don't know what's going to happen. But Garrett, about 2 hours later, did retweet and say it's going to be great.
Yeah.
And I don't think he would say that for a crap product.
No. So maybe he got a little bit of extra information, but wasn't able to say anything.
Yeah, I think he just was mum about it. He just was like, I think he's just like, okay, it's fine. So either it's presented as SD on BD, which would be fine because it'd be higher quality than your DVD by a long shot.
Oh yeah. Well, the original DVD I think was a flipper disc. Like it's from like the dawn of DVD.
It'd be a broadcast master SD too, so it's like no generation loss. It's like directly on.
So it would be it would be better quality for sure.
You'll basically have a broadcast master essentially, or one direct clone.
So it'd be like it would be similar to the Doctor Who releases we've been getting, where it's off the broadcast masters.
There's a significant difference in quality between the.
Yes, Michael, Dr. Sleep. That one looks really good too. I should mention also just some late breaking news. I think Commander Shepard posted in the Discord there. There was a teaser came out I think today for Birds of Prey. The new Birds of Prey movie coming out, which of course has Margot Robbie reprising her role as Harley Quinn. It's actually a sequel to Suicide Squad, I gather. I don't think it's Suicide Squad 2. It's kind of in between them. But but it was announced that. Well, hold on a second. Let me just find it here. Where was the post? It was. Where was it here? Hold on a second. I just got to scroll up a little bit. Yeah, here it is. So, okay. Come on, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Oh my god, why does everything take forever to load? Stop playing! Thank you. Stop playing! Fucking, I don't need flags from Warner, thank you. Alright, I just wanted to pull up the description. So, okay. It says, after splitting up with the Joker, Harley Quinn, and 3 other female superheroes, Black Canary, Huntress, and Renee Montoya, come together to save the life of a little girl. I know, I was like, superhero? Renee Montoya? I thought she was just a cop.
Question.
But, okay. Question. Anyway, come together to save the life of a little girl, played by Cassandra Cain, from an evil crime lord. Now, the evil crime lord is apparently Black Mask, and he will be played by Ewan McGregor.
Interesting.
So there you go.
I'm not opposed to any of this.
So I'm now even more excited for this.
It's weird that, like, Harley Quinn's a good guy, but, like, I'm okay with it at the same time, because it does happen at some point.
There are stories where she's flip-flopped, she's gone back and forth.
I wish they would refer to Renee Montoya as the Question, since she's the fucking Question.
Okay.
She, after, like, one of the crises that...
she becomes the Question?
Big Savage dies, or whatever. So, or stops being the Question, one of the two things. I can't remember which, and then she becomes the Question.
Now, do we know, is she going to be the Question in this, or is it going to be...
She might start as Renee Montoya and then become the Question?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Possibly.
She might get her into the superhero world because she starts as a cop and becomes the Question.
Interesting.
So that might be a way of getting us into the superhero world from the street cop world,
Oh, maybe.
From the superhuman. I can see that as a way in. That's why she's called Renee Montoya right now, not the Question. She's not the Question yet.
For sure.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But who knows? She could just be the cop. She could be the cop liaison.
She could just be Montoya, yeah. Yeah, so thank you, Commander Shepard, for dropping that one for us earlier. That's Major Motoko, by the way.
I just watched why we're talking about it.
The teaser, all 19 seconds of it. It's literally a teaser for the trailer, so the trailer is forthcoming, apparently, but
awesome, looks alright.
Doesn't really show us much. It's very much a tease, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I actually really like some of the new directions that they're going with the DC movies. It seems like they're actually getting things on track finally. and actually daring to take some chances and do some different things, which I think is good. And I think that's one of the things that worked for the Marvel movies, is taking some of the lesser known hero teams and characters and whatnot, and just making really good movies with them. And I think they're starting to do that with the DC movies, which I think is the right thing to do. You know, because take full advantage of that full spectrum of characters you've got there, and just do good movies. You know. So.
No, you.
Yeah.
No, you.
Especially since they've got, they've got some wonderful actors in some of these. I mean, Margot Robbie is freaking amazing. Like, I really want to see that one she did where, she played, what's her face, the ice skater.
Tanya.
I, Tanya, yeah. Apparently she's fantastic in that. I was watching, I think it was a video you sent our way, Skinslip. It was one about accents or voice acting.
And how she basically nailed the accent perfectly.
It was talking about not just how she nailed the accent, but how she nailed the the subtle changes in someone's voice as they age. So she portrays Tanya Harding at different ages, and she adjusted her vocal performance to reflect the age and how, you know, the toll of the years takes on the voice and such in her performance. It's a very subtle thing that not a lot of people would even think to do.
Like, mad respect for her after that.
So that's why I really want to see that, just to see, something where she's really able to sink her acting chops into it. Because I was really impressed just from the few clips I saw of that. So
I can see her bringing some interesting to this character conflict of, like, Harley Quinn wanting to do all these bad things, but also wanting to be a good person.
I think that might be one of the angles in Birds of Prey.
Oh, I'm sure.
And
I'm not really keen on her being a Harley. Birds of Prey, just so weirdly out of canon. But I'm tied to the comics, so I'm just gonna wing it, like, whatever.
Take it for what it is.
Fine. Yeah, but I'm sure it's fine. Yeah. It's an Elseworlds tale. Just shut up.
There you go.
I mean, that's one of those things. I keep telling
well, technically, the
I
entire
have to tell myself to shut the fuck up and just enjoy it.
The entire DCU is Elseworlds, technically.
I know, but I'm saying
it's
like way Elseworlds.
I think that even the Marvel one, didn't they say, like, well, it's Earth, blah blah blah. It's like a specific number they assigned.
There's a whole bunch of comics in the movie universe, so yeah, it's its own universe.
There is, yeah, it's like a side.
You know they're gonna cross over that at some point when they need to milk money from us.
That actually be kind of cool. To have
Avengers
versus Avengers. Yeah, there you go. I'd read that just for fun. But yeah. So anyway, we've got a little bit of video game news. A couple things there. Garbage Gamer, you want to take the floor?
Got some of my own stuff.
Quick rule side. Next week's gonna be a huge news week because it's Comic-Con next weekend.
Oh, San Diego Comic-Con,
right? For a long episode next week.
Yes.
Sorry.
Possibly, you were saying maybe some Shout Factory announcements.
While we're live, they will be doing their SNT trailer show, and they will definitely be announcing some things there for the first time. So there will definitely be news.
Like news as it happens.
As it happens,
all right. Yeah, so San Diego Comic-Con stuff next week. We might maybe make a point of starting a little earlier next week, just so that we...
you, big man.
Yeah, so we'll shoot for 7 p.m. Pacific instead of 8, just to give us a little bit extra time.
Anyway,
video game news from this week, today, now.
Yes, going on right now.
Right this second.
All right, so first thing, Nintendo announced their Nintendo Switch Lite.
Oh,
a
yes.
$200 version of the regular Switch. He mentioned a couple things here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot more missing from that.
Yeah.
What he mentioned is the lack of a kickstand. I don't know about any of this.
Mm-hmm.
Lack of a kickstand, but will charge for about 30 minutes longer. What?
Hold the charge.
Hold the charge for 30 minutes longer. I guess.
Yeah. It has no base stand, so you can't play on TV. Basically, it's only a
it will. So yeah, pretty much it's a non-removed Joy-Con, tinier version of the already portable Switch.
You can't take
I've already
the controllers
posted in the video game section about my confusion about this.
Kids model, I'd call it.
Well, the problem is, for me mostly, the problem I see is parents going, or grandma, grandpa, or whatever, going and wanting to buy a Switch for their grandson or their kid or whatever.
Yeah.
And the kid goes, I want a Nintendo Switch for Christmas.
Yeah.
Knowing what the Switch is.
Yeah.
Something like that. Seeing it, have maybe seen their friends play it, expecting this thing they can play on their TV, they could dock, blah, blah, whatever.
That's one of the big attractive things about it.
The store, sees the Switch Lite for $100 less, and then turns around and buys that instead, which still is a fully functioning Switch.
Yeah.
But then, looks for some, games, don't want any of the, they don't know anything about video games, so they might pick up Mario or something like that because they recognize the character.
Yeah.
But they might pick up the cheaper games, which would be like 1-2 Switch, Mario Party. They might pick up a Labo set, something that they could do creatively with it, something like that. Bring it home and not realize that none of those fucking games can actually run on that Nintendo Switch Lite.
Yeah.
Because the Nintendo Switch Lite does not support portable mode for any of those games.
So, basically what you're saying is you're concerned it's going to cause consumer confusion.
It's going to cause a lot of consumer confusion, and on top of that, they mentioned in their own direct about it, they mentioned how that if you wanted to play local multiplayer, you'd have to buy an extra full set of Joy-Cons, and they only sync with Joy-Cons, not Pro controllers.
Oh, dear.
And that price just brings it up to the cost of a normal Switch.
That's great.
So
what the hell is the point? Yeah, I mean, that was one of the whole big things that blew everybody away about the Switch, was that it was both a home console and a handheld interchangeably with itself. You could go on the road and play your Zelda game and then bring it home, plug it into the TV, and continue your Zelda game on your 50-inch TV.
Yeah, that was like a lot of comments were saying about it, take the Switch, remove the Switch from the Switch, and you got
to yeah, basically.
And
it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a sad attempt at a cash grab. That,
so they,
the only reason it's going to sell well is because they just recently discontinued the 3DS.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
They should not have called it the Switch Lite. They should have called it something else.
Sidekick or something.
Yeah, some other kind of name that
else.
Will not be confused with it, because I think you have a very valid point there.
Yeah.
It's gonna have, some people are saying, I'll get this because it actually has a D-pad. The original Switch has just 4 buttons with arrows on them as its D-pad. I admit it's a pretty shitty D-pad, but is that really a good trade-off as getting a D-pad and a slightly better battery for no HD rumble, no way to connect it to a TV, no docking station, no kickstand?
Yeah, it's not pro.
Yeah.
No, it's
definitely not. It's like for kids or people on the go a lot who don't ever plug into the TV.
And also, the general consensus seems to believe that it still costs way too much. They removed way too many features, charging way too much. I think it should be like $130 to $150 for how much they removed.
But it's for the people who live like a nomadic lifestyle. There's a lot of people who literally just travel for work all the time.
That's fine. But the problem is
traffic for this, right? That's who this is for. Someone who needs it on the go more, and if you never play it at home, then you only play it to the go. This is the DS for you. This is the Switch for you. Sorry, I'm on the wrong generation. Not for most people. It's for some people. It's very narrow.
I'm not going to deny that it definitely has its market, but I just didn't
narrow market.
I just didn't think that Nintendo would play to such a low market.
I think it's it's confused. I think the confusion.
It's a confusing step for Nintendo. Like, I didn't expect them to be cash grabby as they are right now.
Yeah.
Because they aren't normally this way. So
I don't know.
It doesn't surprise me too much because I know they like to make money on handhelds, and it's like, well, we don't have our handheld.
I guess that's their idea of. Yeah, they've always been the dominating force in the handheld market.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much they release anything handheld and it'll sell no matter what it is.
Yeah.
So I think that's what they're making.
The thing was though, like with the Game Boy and the DS and everything, it was two distinct products.
Yeah,
like
they had their own lineups.
Their own lineups, their own things. It was very clear which was which. I think calling this new handheld the Switch Lite is a huge misstep.
I think so too.
You know,
I mean, definitely.
I don't like the product itself. I'm sure is fine. I mean, because Nintendo's always had great handhelds, and I'm sure this will be no different. But the name. I think, like, I am really concerned, as you say, for all the children that will be disappointed by their grandparents now because of this.
Yeah.
It's part of growing up, getting the wrong thing.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Rite of passage for everyone.
Like that kid we all knew who had nothing but third-party controllers. It's like, my
that was me, by the way.
My dad says they're just as good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, some of them were just as good, but not many.
Yeah.
There were very few.
Hey, I gotta say the one I've why did I put it so far away? The one I've got.
Third-party controllers can be better.
The Afterglow one. This one's awesome. I've actually been really liking this for the PC games.
Like, that's what I'm saying. There are good third-party controllers. It's not. It's just you know.
Now I think they're better now than they were back in the 80s and 90s.
I had third-party Genesis controllers considered just as good as a regular Genesis.
Yeah.
There's a few.
Well,
it's just not.
There's a few, but
that's why I said it wasn't frequent.
No.
But occasionally, you'd be like, oh, this one's great. Bad, but it's got turbo. You're like,
turbo. And they introduced turbo. It's like, what?
You're like, okay, this is a little less good, but it's got turbo. And
it has turbo. That makes it all better. Yeah.
It's just like,
turbo makes it better.
I don't understand. You know, like I said, I'm not the market for it. That's probably why I don't understand it.
Yeah.
But whatever. But whatever. So yeah, that exists, and that'll be a part of their lineup. Three colors: gray, yellow, and turquoise.
Yay!
I love the colors. Actually, that's one thing I really like. The colors.
I would get
a lot of people are saying they're not. They're kind of confused why there's not a black or a red. As like that seems to follow like adding the yellow.
Maybe it's so you
gray,
can
yellow, turquoise, and then red and black seem to be the lineup of colors they usually
red and black are the Switch ones, right? Red, black, and white. So maybe they don't want them ever confused.
No, it's like a light red and a blue.
Maybe they didn't want them to ever
be really neon color. But the Switch itself is gray, like the base, like the actual screen and the dock. It's all the same color.
Anyways,
minus special editions like the Pokemon.
Actually, a few good third-party N64 controllers. You should do some research. There's actually some really good.
I wish I can get like a Brawler 64.
Yeah, or one of those 41.
I love one of those. But anyway, Amazon Game Studios is currently in the process of developing a MMO RPG game based off the Lord of the Rings.
Nice.
It is in collaboration with Loud Technologies, and it will reportedly be free to play, available for PC and consoles, and it won't cross over with the upcoming show.
Okay, so they won't do the two separate.
Yeah,
that's good. That's smart.
That's actually good because then they're not tied. One isn't necessarily tied to the other. And and I think
we know that worked so well in the past.
And I think people have hey, it worked pretty well with Defiance.
I was gonna say it actually didn't work well.
Yeah.
Show and not being able to do certain things.
Yeah, it was good, but I mean, you could enjoy each one independently. But if you watched the show and played the game, you got a little bit more out of both. But they did that pretty well. But that's like the one. I don't know about others, but I know that one worked well. Yeah, I like the idea of a big, sprawling, MMO Middle Earth. Which I think
we've tried before.
Yeah.
With Lord of the Rings.
We're in a completely different era of MMOs.
Yeah, that's true. That was a while ago, I think.
They're received now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but back in the day when LOTR Online, when that was a thing, it was way too disconnected from the franchise to really become all that popular. Like,
based on the books, that's why.
Yeah, they were really huge Lord of the Rings fans from the movies, blah, 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 and they come in and the game, and it's just like, what is this? Like, they didn't recognize any of the characters, they didn't recognize any locations, because they didn't really have, I guess they didn't really have their rights.
Why? Yeah. My question is, look, it makes no sense, but why isn't there a retro 16-bit style party building RPG. That's exactly what Lord of the Rings is. It's you're on a journey, and as you go along, you collect other NPCs to add to your fucking party. So why isn't there a goddamn RPG where I do that exact thing and then take the ring to the mountain, do it, and fucking fight a boss fight and throw that bitch into a fucking crack? Fuck, it's not that fucking hard.
I don't know.
Follow the book.
You need to go play the Squid games then. Which instead of recruiting like 5 or 6, you recruit like 110.
Excellent.
I grew up with Might and Magic games,
so some other things that I have just for my own personal list here is we got the games list for the Turbo Graphics Mini.
Oh right, does that have like 50 games or something?
Yeah. Title 50 in quotations.
Okay.
There are some duplicates. Mostly the English and Japanese versions.
Oh, right.
I agree, 5 or 6.
But I'm going to read off real quick. For like I said, for TurboGrafx 16 fans or PC Engine fans or Core Graphics or whatever you are, you might recognize some of these games. They have come out on other consoles. So here we go. So the games that they announced are as follows.
Okay.
We got Air Zonk.
Mm-hmm.
We have Alien Crush. Mm-hmm. We have Blazing Lasers, which always reminds me of the movie Dodgeball.
That's an anime based.
Okay.
One of you guys in the chat knows what anime that's based on. Sorry, continue.
Bomberman 93.
I don't remember that one.
We have Bonk's Revenge.
Yay!
Kadash. For people that are big TurboGrafx fans, you'll know Kadash very well.
Not familiar.
Crewman Fu.
Just cracked.
What?
My ankle just cracked.
Oh.
We have Crewman Fu. We have Dungeon Explorer. A lot of people are kind of confused about that one.
I actually have Dungeon Explorer on the PS3.
Gunhead. It's based on the movie Gunhead.
And the original Bonk's Adventure on the PS3.
Yes.
Blazing Lasers based on the movie
We have
Gunhead.
JJ and Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
Lords of Thunder.
Hey, Lords of Thunder.
Yes. Military Madness. Moto Raider. They spelled a couple of these game names wrong. Newtopia and Newtopia 2. We have New Adventure Island. We have Ninja Spirit. We have Parasol Stars. We have Power Golf.
Ooh, a golf game.
Yeah, Power Golf. We have R-Type.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, Soldier Blade. The 1990 release of Space Harrier.
Nice.
We have Victory Run. And Ease Book 1 and 2.
Hey, nice.
Cool.
So those are the 8 games available in English.
Certain spots
Now,
are like a little
the games
harder than slushy.
that are also coming to the English version of the system, but are available in Japanese, which we're not entirely haven't really, filled us in on whether these are going to be translated or just stuck in Japanese with maybe subtitles or something. Hopefully.
Enjoy.
But they kind of kept a lot of Japanese names here. You all right?
Yeah.
He's getting his freezy on.
So
dripping
the
freezy on myself.
And what's great about some of these games
Sounds
actually is this is the first time that it's ever. Some of these games are coming to the U.S. in a official capacity. On this platform, like we've had these games translated to other platforms. So the first one is you'll catch on the name of this game when I start saying it. Akumojo Dracula X Chi no Rondo.
Oh, Dracula X, the Rondo of Blood. Nice.
Yeah.
English, you can just hit smash A until you get to smash things in the face with the whip again. Like there's not really there's no choice.
I have the soundtrack to Rondo of Blood somewhere.
I love the Japanese title. Akumujo Dracula X Chi no Rondo.
Dracula Rondo.
Akuma, it's Castle Dracula.
It's Castle Dracula Rondo
of Blood.
Yeah.
Rondo's an actual English word, but anyway.
Yeah.
Rondo is basically a goblet.
Yep.
We have Eliteness. Yeah.
Like a nice slushy kind
We
of.
have a pair Gate Ball, Bomberman 94, Bomberman Panic Bomber. This one kind of surprised me. we're getting Choaniki. Now,
thank you.
If you've heard that name before, Choaniki.
I've heard that before, but I don't know what the hell it is.
If you've ever watched John Tron's video review of weird Japanese spaceship shooters,
nope,
you will know of this game. And I've used this term before from his episode, and he goes, "Is that Arnold Schwarzenegger with a comb over sticking out his H.R. Geiger dick?"
Okay.
It is a really fucked up, really weird side-scrolling shooter, and I'm so happy it's on here because it's just, yeah.
I probably saw that video, but that's like fake memories.
Yeah. We're getting Daikiruma. This is again another side-scrolling shooter.
Dairaga.
We're getting Dungeon Explorer, the Japanese version. We're getting Fantasy Zone.
Nice.
Welcome to the Fantasy Zone.
I didn't need Japanese. I didn't think English. I didn't need English at all either. Fair.
Ginga Fuke Densetsu Sapphire, which is an RPG. Gradius and Gradius 2.
Nice.
Man, what a bummer that RPGs in fucking Japanese. Like, what the fuck?
We're not entirely sure since they're being released on the American and European versions of these.
Might get English translation.
They might have English translations since there are English translations that exist by fans. They just might use those.
Or they might
be the first time. Jakisen Necromancer, which I'm not entirely sure which that one is. The Kung Fu again.
The Kung Fu, not just a Kung Fu. It's the Kung Fu.
Oh yeah, some of the other duplicates is Newtopia 2. Now this one is Ninja Ryukuden, which is also known as Ninja Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden.
Another one really need the English to be fair.
PC Genjin, which I don't know that one. Sean will love this one. We're getting Salamander.
Yes, which is basically Gradius 2.5.
Yeah, it's also known as
Salamander.
Light Force.
Yeah.
He's a shotgun.
Now this one we're really really hoping there's the English translation put on this. Fucking Snatcher.
Oh.
It's gonna be on this.
Yes.
Okay, PC Engine is Bonk's Adventure apparently.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Oh, PC Genjin, yeah, Bonk's Adventure.
The original Bonk's Adventure.
What was the thing I was...
now, they spelled it wrong here, but it's actually... it's called Star Parodius.
Okay.
They called it Star Parodier.
Parodier.
Star Parodius. It's Super Darius. Super Mamarto Densu 2. I don't know. Super Star Soldier, and Ys Book 1 and 2.
Now let me clarify: is this Snatcher the cyberpunk one, like this kind of FMV one?
Hideo Kojima's Snatcher.
Okay, because I've played the Sega CD version of that, and that was in English.
I don't know if it's in English or not. A lot of these games probably have official translations; they just never been released before.
I know.
So.
Right.
The Sega CD version is in English. That's what I'm saying. I've played it.
This is listed in the Japanese section on this.
I know. I'm just saying there is an English one out there.
Yeah,
it's not maybe on this platform.
I'm just hoping that maybe they took the English translation maybe from like the Sega CD version.
I never finished it. I got really far, but I never actually finished it.
Oh man.
I personally, in any official capacity, have never played it.
No, I liked it. I don't remember much about it, but I remember liking it a lot. It was recommended to me as one of the all-time great cyberpunk games that you need to play if you're a fan of cyberpunk stuff. So.
Oh yeah. Also, it's like
probably number one.
It's like one of the first, like official big popular games that put Hideo Kojima on the map.
Yeah.
I mean, there were games before that, obviously, but it was games like Snatcher and then later Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
That made him famous, pretty much. And I would like to be able to play that in a translated official capacity.
Yes.
So that is the TurboGrafx Mini that is coming out. We still don't know officially when. Sometime later this year.
Sounds like some good stuff. Yeah, Police Knots was another one.
The other thing is,
that's another one I would love to.
Even if there are no English, there might be a way to patch those things, and then the internet will do the rest.
That's true. Yeah, like a ROM or something.
Like here's the deal. You just plug this in and turn your system on, and it'll do the rest. Like okay.
I mean, like there were some hard-hitting titles I'm really happy to see on this thing. Like I said,
Hard-hitting.
like the friggin' Japanese version of Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I wonder what the differences will be. Was that one heavily censored over here? At all? You know?
I don't think so.
Probably just the usual like religious imagery.
Oh yeah, I remember Castlevania 4 got pretty heavily censored in the West here.
Yeah, the religious.
There's really only one game that I.
Why would you have crucifixes and crosses in a vampire game? You know, like.
I don't know.
That's probably also why they decided to go with the Japanese version.
Yeah.
They've never, ever used crosses in vampire movies.
No,
at all.
I know. I've never seen any.
Must be some weird.
Toko, you are right. Only in Japan.
Only in Japan.
Because I heard that the pre-order of the mini becomes available during Amazon Prime.
Okay. I am going to pee and smoke. I'll be back.
But
yeah.
But yeah, this looks like. I mean, I'm definitely gonna get it. One, I don't have any nostalgic, feelings for the TurboGrafx. I didn't even know TurboGrafx existed until I was in my 20s.
I'll probably get it because even if, because they'll probably be able to hack it and put a bunch of games on it and stuff. And I have no other way to play them other than on my PC. And it'd be really nice to have a dedicated machine. I can just dump a bunch of my favorite games. Maybe not all the games. Maybe I don't want all the games. But maybe a bunch of the cool games on there and just play them when I want. Because I'm not gonna buy that game system. It's too expensive to get into that whole. TurboGrafx is just like at the money sink.
Oh yeah, it's too obscure of a system, and the games just they weren't large print runs. It wasn't popular when it came out.
It's not popular here, not at all.
So anything in U.S. official capacity is all just.
There's a PC Engine version. The PC Engine version of Ninja Gaiden has a cheat code that changes to English. So there's that. So we know we can turn the Ninja Gaiden to English then.
Oh, okay, there you go.
So there's that.
I know a lot of these games, like I said, they were written and coded in English.
Yeah.
And then they were later translated.
Or the translation, for whatever reason, just never got released here, and we don't know why.
Yeah, that's what I discovered, when I started doing deep dives on, like, video game history and lore and all these different things, is that I found that a lot of games from Japan and China and all these other countries, for a more widespread appeal market, they actually design all their games in English first and then later translate their games into their respective languages for their countries. So the base versions of probably every single one of these games started in English. So there's probably just English files that they just need to upload and run versus, we're having to go and actually translate. Or
maybe just paid some people to translate it. They don't, why not?
Oh yeah, for something like this,
I
guarantee you, like I said, for every single one of these games has been fan translated.
At the very least, yeah.
So at the very least, we at least know that they could reach out to the fans and ask for their translated versions, or at least their translation patches, and apply them and release it that way. So there is definitely possibilities. I guess it's how much money they want to spend, on something like this.
Right. I mean, and what kind of assets they already have.
Yeah. Right.
Like, games they have already been planning to release on like the home market in the arcade version, to the online storage for all these consoles, and they already have. So they paid for them to get translated, and they're all ready to go. And they're like, well, why don't we premiere it on our own machine first?
Yeah.
Be something as simple as that. They're like, well, let's do that. And it's
well, yeah, there's actually a couple of games that I'm surprised that didn't make the list, and one of them was Splatterhouse.
Isn't that? I feel like it's like a rights thing.
And it might be.
That was censored in America, not just for gore, but also for things that might
religious imagery.
No. Copyright things because they used actual villains from horror movies and those things.
I think you're thinking of a different game.
Splatterhouse? No, I'm talking about Splatterhouse.
Original
the guy with the mask and runs around stabbing people with big. Yeah, there's 1.5 million horror references in that, and those monsters are very close to the movies, and I think that's probably why potentially they didn't get.
Yeah, I mean the fact that I don't know. I don't think it was that because one, they're never called. Like if they were references, they're not even remotely called by any of that.
They don't have to because visually they were
back in the day, they were if they were like just references to other characters, they would have been censored then, and they weren't. You know, the only things that got censored back in the day was the blood, gore, and the religious imagery, and that was it. And that got international releases across many different systems. So I really don't think it's that. I just think it's someone else owns the rights. Probably when they released the PS3 version, it got handed over. Someone else that they don't have it.
They don't have it yet, and maybe the rights haven't reverted back to them yet. You know.
Right.
And now to fill the bladder up again.
Hooray!
So yeah, so what I was saying while you were gone was there was one game from that list that I was surprised was not there. Had a small discussion about it, which was Splatterhouse.
Splatterhouse. There was another one, I can't remember what it was called. Maybe you would know. It was like an outer space shoot 'em up where you were like this little guy, like a night guy, I think. It was one of the TurboGrafx CD games, like one of the first ones. Does it ring a bell?
Anyone?
Bueller? You know what I'm talking about?
Bueller?
No. I can't remember what it's called.
I mentioned before, I really don't have... I didn't play... I never owned or played a TurboGrafx 16.
I remember playing the shit out of it at a friend's place, but...
You don't remember the title because brain sucks like that.
Yeah, I know, David. It's been available for pre-order for a few weeks, actually. I put the link up as soon as it became available. Definitely looking forward to that one. I have it in my cart. Hopefully, I'll be able to get it.
Yeah, I'd like to get it one of these days, too.
Yeah.
Money is the issue.
Is Ken something? No. Ken...
Ori?
I'm trying to say Ken...
Burns?
Something...
Smith?
I gotta look it up now.
Marino?
What? I'm looking right at the chat. What? I'm looking. What? What am I listening to?
Oh, he's asking you a question about PSP games, because that's what we're talking about, apparently.
Loco Roco.
Anyway, he wants about your favorite PSP game.
Loco Roco is my favorite PSP
got
game.
a PSP. I bought Darkstalkers when it first came out for the PSP, then I hacked it and played it in one game.
The answer is, moving on.
That is the extent history of my...
Wait a minute. David, why are you concerned about the quality? It's only like 40 episodes. So that's like 10 episodes on Blu-ray. That's fine. They will be dual layer discs. They will be high bit rate. There is nothing to be concerned about.
50 gigs. Each episode probably 2 or 3 gigs.
Yeah.
Tops.
So it's not that is perfectly adequate. Like that is, if anything, that they could have fit that on 2 discs and still had it be really nice quality. So doing 40 episodes on 4 discs, that's going to be beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to look great. There's nothing to be concerned about. It will be amazing.
Film grain.
Okay.
That's what I'm hoping. I never got film grain on Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm just looking forward to seeing those beautiful painted backgrounds in high def.
Exactly.
It's going to be amazing. That's really, like, people say, like, oh, cartoons look the same. No, they don't. Like, you cannot tell me that those beautiful hand-painted watercolor backgrounds look the same in standard def as they do in high def, where you can actually see the brush strokes and the fine detail and everything. Like,
done animated things, not anime, but like Cartoon Network simple shows. Maybe they look the same because they're not the most detailed things. Sure, I'll agree with you there, but we're not when it comes to Disney, not when it comes to an anime, not when it comes to anything hand animated, period. Hand animated would be on film. So that's very much higher quality.
Oh, yeah.
Anything digitally animated could be any range of quality from high def to standard def. It just depends on what era of digital it started being made in, you know?
I need to find out what this game was called. I'm looking at a list of TurboGrafx CD games.
Oh my god.
Okay, it wasn't Ken anything. There's nothing in the K section that looks familiar. What was it?
Maybe something named Warrior in it.
Maybe. Warrior.
Or a fighter.
No. It's like an outer space shoot 'em up. You're like this.
Yep, I get it.
This dude flew around and.
We also something called like BioLancer Algorithm. You're like, what the hell is a BioLancer Algorithm? I don't know, but
God damn it.
I made that up. I'm saying like it could be any number of things.
Graphic CD only games. Was it CD only?
Your mother's a CD only. I don't really know what that means.
No.
Lords of Thunder, Strong's Head asks.
Lords of Thunder. No, I don't think so. It something like had the name of the character in the title.
I got it. Sure. It's Gradius. Is it Gradius? Gradius.
It was a pack-in disc. I'm sure of it.
Your mother's a pack-in disc. I'm sure of it.
Wait, one more time.
Keith Courage in Alpha Zones. That was the one. God. Okay. There you go. Keith Courage. It wasn't Ken, it was Keith. There you go. Yeah, Keith Courage in Alpha Zones. It was a science fantasy action platform video game released by NEC for the TurboGrafx 16. The game was known in Japan as by Hudson Soft under the title Mashin Eiyuden Wataru, which is adapted from the anime television series of the same name, Spirit Hero Wataru. Okay, there we go.
I never got either.
So, yeah.
So,
it was a platform action-adventure game, but there was shooting elements as well, I remember. So.
That's right. Like, yeah, it's this pack-in TurboGrafx CD game, and it was a top-down space shooter. Yeah. I'm like, not even close.
Nope. You know, and by that I meant platforming, clearly.
So, speaking of Geeks, did you guys talk about the Area 51 raid that went up on the internet? And,
No.
A million fucking memes spawned from it.
There's so many memes. Yeah.
Keiths and Kierans will attack from this area, while rock throwers will throw rocks from here, and Naruto runners will run from this end. And
Naruto runners
quietly in from this end. That was one of the battle plans of the Keiths and Kierans.
I love how the whole idea was sign this if you're gonna come. It's like, yeah, that's the raid Area 51. They can't stop all of us. Was the idea.
Yes.
And so there was like, I don't know how many thousands of people have signed this thing.
500,000 people.
500,000. There was like 6,000 when I first saw. It was like 6,000 people.
I thought 10,000.
And we were like, oh, there's 6,000 people who will be killed. And now
500,000 people, and 500,000 people show up. I think they have a good chance to get into Area 51. I'm just saying.
Yeah. 500,000. That's
Jesus.
Crazy. And I was just thinking, like, oh, so you've never heard of napalm? Or
here's the thing,
carpet bombing?
Not even that. My favorite one is on top of Humvees, there's a machine gun, a Gatling gun, and there's an image, and it says lasts in 4,000 rounds per minute.
Yeah.
Lasts in 4,000 rounds per minute. Like
one of the funniest comments I saw was people are acting like Area 51 is this base that just has like one tired, bored security guard there. It's like, dude, it's a military installation. Basically, the entire base is a giant security guard.
I've already seen the post on Facebook of like an alien spacecraft, and it says lines are starting to form to see the aliens get there soon.
Yeah.
My boys back from Area 51.
But the thing that was
also be noted. It should also be noted that anybody who puts their name on that list is going on a list.
Yeah.
Government's fucking watching you now.
Yeah, you are on
whether
the watch
or not
list.
it's a joke to you or not. The government's fucking watching you.
The one that they posted in our shit post was pretty funny, and it had like, let's see what one.
So guys, anybody who booked a flight in there for that time, you're fucked. What you needed to do is instead drive.
Yeah.
Don't tell them where you're going.
It's the scene from Monty Python and the Holy Grail where they're running away when they're throwing all the animals at them.
Oh, yeah.
And it has, like, the words on the wall. It says, fully prepared Area 51 guards. And the people running away is, you guys getting your shit rocked because you started warning them months in advance on something.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, thanks for giving us 2 months warning, guys. Now we can prepare and be ready.
The other one that I love is the one from Toy Story.
Oh.
When they call you They call you psychotic for wanting to rush Area 51 and see the aliens. He goes, excuse me, I think the word you're searching for is Space Ranger.
Yeah.
I posted. I went down a rabbit hole while stoned up my balls and posted literally 25 different Area 51 memes.
Oh yeah, no, he just went nuts with them there.
Chat. You can
So
just,
many.
just 2 days old, so you can or just less than a day old. You can scroll right up and see it.
It has
I saw this one too.
just exploded with memes.
Yeah, when you see people on social media posting about storming Area 51 saying they can't stop us all, and it has a guy on a turret, and it says laughs in 3,000 rounds per
Said
minute.
that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
I literally said that 2 minutes ago.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't paying
No
attention.
one laughed.
So,
you guys suck.
pickups?
Pickups.
Pickups?
I have none.
What?
I have pictures to show.
Of what? Things you want to get but didn't? Like,
Things I saw at the Museum of Pop Culture.
okay. Show your picture. Are you able to screen share or something? Or are you assuming that I will be showing your pictures?
I will screen share.
Okay.
Your porn isn't seen. I don't want to see your dick. Seen enough of my friends' dicks. I don't need to see yours.
That's right.
Oh God. No.
Ginger tuft with hair on it.
Ginger Tuft.
There's
Ginger
three.
Tuft. I don't know
I'm
where that came
shocked.
from.
Why are you shocked?
Why aren't you shocked is really the question. Oh, that looks comfy.
All right, I put a lot of these in the Discord, so I'm going to be sharing the show and tell on the Discord.
Okay.
Be sharing that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So
Things. So
Here we go. Oh, this
here's the
is...
first
Yeah. Where was this again? You went to something?
Museum of Pop Culture in Seattle.
Right. Okay. Yeah, cool.
So there's an Necronomicon. There's
Now,
What?
is that an actual screen used Necronomicon?
I believe so. Yes.
Nice.
talking in weird tongues and shit.
Very cool. Well,
Fuck
it
you.
is the Necronomicon.
Then Necro.
Klaatu Barada.
The Necronamy fan. That's a
No, this is from one of the Texas Chainsaw movies.
Nice.
none of the good ones.
That's okay.
Yeah. That is something I will say. They had a lot of cool stuff, but it was like, oh, it's the it's a prop from Hellraiser Inferno.
Now, when you
Or-
do these, can you open up
Inferno's
the
actually
original for us, Stout, just so we can see them a little bit bigger?
Sure, it won't show up because I'm screen sharing. It probably won't show up. Yep, it shows up.
Oh,
in
you're
another-
doing this a
Cool.
weird, different way. Okay.
Doing it in
Yeah.
the Discord. What the hell are you talking about? Weird different way.
I don't know.
There you go. Bigger.
Beautiful. Look at that. Look at the
Oh,
bigness.
True.
Glory.
Cool. Next.
All right. Gotta go back here. Okay.
Man, Sean's
So the next one.
There.
This is from, I believe,
blurry.
one of the later movies. I was
Reflections in focus.
Five
Well,
or six.
congratulations.
That's great.
You
I
should
love,
see a lot of direct movies.
I love how it focused on what is reflected behind you.
And here's
Oh.
a terrifying dead Gizmo.
Gizmo corpse.
That was honestly the most terrifying thing there.
He looks like
Damn sure.
the eyes and the look of horror on his little face. Oh my god. I have seen hell.
You're requesting your penis. You're so stout dick.
Oh my god.
And there's a Dalek.
Hey, that's nice. That's from Remembrance of the Daleks. We haven't got up to that one yet.
One of the balls is falling off.
I know,
Yeah,
he's lost
right
a
here.
ball. That's pretty sweet though. That's from the last Dalek story from the classic series.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks for telling me that's the last fucking Dalek story. The classic
Spoiler!
Well,
bastard.
yeah.
Then I'll know where
I wonder who can tell what this is.
Oh my god, from the Princess Bride.
Yes.
I recognize that.
the 6-fingered glove. That's
and,
neat.
And the 6-fingered glove. Yeah, look at that. That's awesome. Very nice.
All right. Continuing on.
You
I see
showed all my
Sean's face
pickups,
there.
thanks.
Oh, yeah, it's a way to show all my pickups. It's fucking...
God damn it, Justin.
Okay. Thanks for
There we
spoiling
go.
everything. Hey,
Evil
wow,
ginger.
that's actually pretty cool. That's like that's like a
No,
full.
it's not cool anymore. He fucked it over.
That's
Fucked it
like
all
a
up.
full set of hoverboards. That's awesome.
It is.
Yes.
That's awesome.
It would be cool if that hadn't ruined all my pickups.
It has the pit bull. Ooh,
What is that?
what is that?
That is one of the electronic boards from the background scenery in Frankenstein, the original Frankenstein.
Oh wow! All those power switches. Nice. That's very cool.
All the switches that do literally nothing.
I know, it's all just set dressing.
It's all beautiful.
Throw the switch. Which one? I don't know. Take your pick. They don't do anything. The actual Nostromo cap. Oh my god.
Look how old that patch is.
I
Holy crap.
know,
I
it's
know,
so
right?
cool. 1979.
That's so old.
It's literally
It's
40 years ago.
No.
The leaves are in pretty nice shape, though.
Oh yeah, I mean it's in nice shape. It's just a little bit faded.
Oh, look at that.
Kruger. Which Kruger was it from?
What a nice Christmas
Three
sweater.
of them. You can see it, three.
It's a
Three of
wonderful,
It's from three of them, but they're blurry. I can't remember exactly.
wonderful
Oh,
Christmas sweater.
You can learn to take better pictures.
Yeah, I know.
Probably the later ones, because I think I think it's probably some of the later ones, because I think the earlier ones were a little more faded, like darker colors. So, well, that was very cool.
Because I accidentally showed all your pickups.
I'm sure nobody noticed anything.
I
Garbage
don't
Gamer,
post
what do you
anything.
got?
That's why I don't post any of mine online.
And that was very
Okay.
cool, Stoud. Thank you.
You fuck.
I'm sorry.
So, I did a little shopping over on Hyperkin's website.
Hyperkins. Okay.
They made the Retron 5.
Uh-huh.
And so I picked up some HDMI conversion cables.
Ooh.
Picked one up for the Xbox called the Panorama.
Nice.
What is this for?
That'll let you
These
capture
are
stuff?
to convert the output to HDMI.
Okay.
Not to convert,
Oh.
literally just to convert the signal.
I
Right,
see.
right.
No
Okay.
real conversion happening.
That's cool.
Gotcha.
Here's the 3-in-1 cable for the GameCube, N64, and Super Nintendo.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Another HDMI conversion thing.
And this
Cool.
one has a switch on it. You can do 4x3 or 16:9 if you like to stretch things out a bit.
Oh, nice. If you like to distort your picture, good.
Make it look ugly. That's your thing.
Some people don't give a shit. They just want to fill their screen.
I know.
Or
they're
actually,
idiots.
this
Those
one,
people aren't my friends.
this one actually does have a use. If you're playing Jet Force Gemini on the N64, you can set it to a 16:9 widescreen mode.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. Some of the later ones from that generation do have a
How much
proper
does that thing
16:9 mode.
These not super cheap, but they're not super expensive. They're
I need
about
those
$30
cables.
a piece.
I need those.
33. So the next one I picked up is for the Dreamcast.
Nice. I'm
Need
sensing
to.
a trend here.
And last but not least, the PlayStation 1 and 2.
Nice.
Or 3 if you feel like going that route, even though it has HDMI built onto it.
There you go.
You can go that retarded route, but that's okay.
If you really want to.
You can mirror your display. Actually, doing that.
Can the PS3 do AV and HDMI at the same time?
Yep. But I'm pretty sure you can.
Oh, okay. Michael says that
Mirror.
I sit corrected. Michael says that Freddy one was actually from the first Nightmare because in the first film he didn't have the green stripes on the sleeves, which that one did not. It says although that glove was more likely from the later films because the OG glove is privately owned by someone. So
That's
there you go.
probably why there's 3 plaques. Each they had probably from a different one. Than
yeah.
What?
Or,
I don't know. He's adorable.
Frank. His name's Frank.
Steve.
I hear Frank,
Bob.
Frank, Steve, or
Oh.
Bob.
Who said what?
I said
I don't know.
Xavier.
Skinslip said Frank.
Skinslip said
I said-
Frank.
I said Steve.
Garbage Gamer said Steve, and then Stoudman said Xavier. You guys aren't even seeing what it is.
I don't care.
I don't even know.
Cool.
I would show you, but you wouldn't see it all the way across the room. So it's this cute little bunny creature.
Oh, it should definitely be
thing
Frank. Frank the bunny.
with googly eyes and a cute little smile.
You know, I can't bring my laptop over
So
there.
bring it over. Show them. Show the world.
Okay, one second.
The world must see.
Anyway,
Pause my
So-
video.
Today, Rose.
I've got to pee.
Holding up the show. Hurry. We gotta see.
Going to pee. That's it. It's happening.
All right. So, here, hold on. Hold on.
Come on. Come on.
I just don't know what to name him.
There it is. This little guy.
Oh.
He's so cute.
Call him Hopper.
Okay,
In
Stout.
honor of Stranger Things.
Oh, there you go. And he's a bunny. Good suggestion. Stout says call him Hopper. In honor of Stranger Things and because he's a bunny dude.
Yeah.
There you go. That works.
There you go.
I
All
was
right.
thinking of mixing Steve Bob and the other one all together.
Okay. Anyway, we're in the middle of stuff here,
Oh,
sweetie.
sorry.
It's
All
okay.
right, so I picked up some Famicom games.
Ooh.
Box. So the first one here I picked up is Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters!
I say it like that because that's how it sounds.
Congratulations, you have got a great game.
Yes, I will prove the justice of our culture.
That's right. You better prove that justice.
So I actually have to use. I'll use the other one that I know. So yeah, Ghostbusters Famicom complete box.
Very nice.
Fantastic shape.
Really nice condition, I can tell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
Beautiful.
how you spell it?
What? Yes.
So the next one is this is Zombie Hunter.
Ooh, kind of looks like Mega Man.
It's a side-scrolling RPG, more like the side-scrolling sections of Zelda 2.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I just
I'm
love
just
the
going
artwork.
by the artwork. Yeah.
I love the artwork on these
Very
things.
nice. Yeah.
Um,
Also immaculate condition.
so we got this game.
Okay.
This one is by Enix
Uh-huh.
of the Square Enix.
Square Enix. Before they
I
joined
had,
the Square.
The game is called the Portopia Serial Murder Case.
The what?
Okay.
Portopia serial murder case?
Yes, that is the name of this game, and it is
a
it
city called
literally.
Portopius? Is that why it's called that?
I don't know.
Looks
Like I
it's
said, all I know is it is a it's a murder mystery like interactive novel.
So
Okay.
you can't
Made by Enix.
That's great.
Uh,
You'll be able to enjoy the story really well, all in Japanese. I'm sure.
I did find there is an English IPS patch,
Okay.
Go
there you
ahead.
go.
so I
Look at
will
that.
actually be able to play it. Unlike my
Excellent.
other interactive novel I have for the Super Famicom, which is
Mhm.
St. John's Wort.
Okay.
There's no English translation of that one.
Yeah,
And
eventually. Don't want to get around to it.
so we have this one, which is I love the artwork on this one too.
Yeah.
It's just this is Sundu Seiken Galag.
Cool.
Or
RPG is
there was a scroll RPG, even though it's
Scroll RPG.
not an RPG.
Okay.
It's a top-down shooter,
Maybe it's referring to a rocket launcher.
probably.
Oh,
In this game, you play the role of
A rocket.
a spaceship.
But
Shooting things. Yeah.
this game did have a NES release called Galg, Galg.
Galg.
Oh,
Ah.
It's like
this
they
is
took
just-
all the vowels out of Galaga.
Yeah,
for
Except
one.
one. Yeah.
Galg.
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 Yeah, I don't know. These were in a lot for like $20.
Very nice. That's
so
you
yeah,
got
the
a
other
great
ones.
deal.
Skinslip was Zombie Hunter
Oh, cool. I never heard of it.
and Ghostbusters.
Yeah, is that the one with the big heads platforming game?
No.
No, this is the AVGN shitty.
Oh,
It's
okay,
the
never mind then.
infamous. This is
It's
Famicom,
Shelf-
dude. It's Famicom.
Shelf
It's
Yeah.
game.
the
There
NES.
actually
Well,
was.
there is no specific size for Famicom or Super Famicom games, and they often came in the same size box. So
Yeah.
you can't just immediately tell by looking at it what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always.
So
Sometimes.
going back even further from the Famicom,
Mm-hmm.
all the way back to the Intellivision,
Nice.
picked up Snafu.
Ooh.
Hey. Cool box.
Now, this is
Very nice box.
I had a lot of fun with this game. It's
Oh,
literally
cool. I like
it's
that.
like competitive Snake.
Okay. It has the overlays as well.
Yeah, it was clean
It's like
box,
it's
the
like
manual overlays.
Very nice.
Competitive Snake would also be Tron Light Cycles, basically, right?
Yeah, in a way,
Yeah.
it's all it's a direct rip-off of the.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't want to say rip off. It's the same kind of game. It's just its own thing. Yeah.
No, it's a rip-off.
Speaking of rip-off, this is another game I had on the Intellivision back in the day, and I found this one factory sealed, and that is Lock and Chase.
Oh, nice.
Uh,
That is a classic.
Yes, this is a classic. It is factory sealed, and I'm going to be opening it
Oh, right now? Right here?
right now.
Oh my god. How much is that worth sealed?
It's like $9.
Oh my god. So valuable.
That would be worth $9.25.
It would be worth $9.
So yeah, so this game came out in 1981, and I did confirm this is the original factory seal packaging.
Wow.
So it has not been opened.
It's never been
resealed,
opened.
Never
Touched
been
by
opened.
human hands.
Seth Angel is already freaking out.
Oh, here we go. Make sure we can
I
see
know.
it really clearly on camera. Oh, look at that. Here it goes.
The
Oh!
value, no!
38 years it's spent in that shrink wrap. And now
It is free.
it is free.
Oh, I think I'm gonna throw up.
There it is.
There it is.
Free
Eating
your
38-year-old
toys.
shrink wrap.
Play with
Look at
your
that.
toys.
It's
Okay.
amazing. Open it up.
Oh, thanks for showing
Oh,
up
yeah.
now, Crowleton. Just now to say no to this.
Yes.
Yeah, wow, those are
A
like
very Crowleton
Oh,
thing to
those
do.
are pristine. Look at that.
I
Holy
mean,
shit.
shiny as fuck.
I'm
That's
shocked.
beautiful. Hold it up so we can see.
Oh, yeah, so there's the
Crowleton's always late.
I know.
brand new shiny overlays,
Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that.
controller,
Nice.
the manual.
I
Look at me.
I remember
Oh, wait a
playing
minute.
that game, and as I recall, I really sucked at it.
Oh, I love it. So yeah, here's the again pristine manual.
Oh, beautiful.
Another
It's
thing, open, dude.
1981.
Open it. Open it for the first time. Make use of it so it can feel
Yeah.
useful in the world.
That's right.
Objects are sentient too.
Objects are sentient. That's right.
They just want to fulfill their purpose. If you
Oh,
don't
yeah,
Psychic
it's-
imprint on it.
It's a ripoff of Pac-Man.
Essentially, yeah. It's kind of. I think it's a little bit more like Mousetrap, where there's like doors you have to open and close and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
There's like the whole objective is you got to get to the center, get the money, and then make it out.
Yeah.
And then collect all the money is all around, but there's like a bag in the middle.
And you're being chased by the cops, basically.
And the cops, and then there's like doors like here and here, that
Yeah.
can open and close.
Yeah.
So it's like it's definitely interesting.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's got like a little more elements to it than just running around.
And
the
also
maze.
it has this here, which I don't even know.
For the best kind of
Oh,
rip
is that like a 1981 catalog?
What? What is that? Oh man, this is like okay. Recently, we've had those releases of like the video game years and stuff like that, where it has
Yeah.
like histories of all these.
Mhm.
This is like a mini. It's actually pretty thick.
Nice.
And it's just bios and information about fucking Intellivision games.
Nice. So it is like a
And it has like a
game
list of
catalog.
all of them on the back.
That's
And the very
fantastic.
first thing, what made me just kind of like go, whoa, the very to the first page.
turn to the fucking first page.
The first page is about the IntelliVoice synthesis module.
Nice.
Just had the module for
That's
a
The
reason.
fact that
Beautiful.
this is brand fucking new
Yeah.
too.
Oh, I
I
know.
have to say, it put a big old smile on my face just seeing him nerd out. Like, what?
Oh my god. Yeah.
There's a little. Check it
And
short.
I've
It's
said
like a
this
little-
before.
Excitement. It was worth
I
every
know.
damn penny.
It's a little piece
Definitely
of. It's a little piece
I-
of video game history there.
Yeah, it is. It's a little piece of video game history, and it's a
Yeah.
little piece of my video game history because
Yep.
many of you know, and for new viewers out there who don't know, the Intellivision was the very first game console that I ever owned and
Yep.
ever played. This
Mhm.
is what got me into video games and got me to where I am now.
Yep.
So, like, this is a very big deal for me. And Lock and Chase was one of the games that I had as a kid, along with Snafu and
Yep.
a couple others. Like I said, this whole section right here,
It's all in television.
those are all Intellivision games.
Still love those
Yes,
Imagix ones.
Yeah, the iMagic ones.
Yeah, or the iMagic one.
Yeah, those are hard to find in good, complete in box and in good condition.
Yeah, I've got a couple of their Atari releases, Demon Attack and Dragonfire. I played the shit out of both of them. Those are so good.
There's still a couple more that I'm missing. There's still one more game I have coming in the mail that I don't have yet. But I'm still missing games like Microsurgeon. Yeah, like if you remember the days of like Slim Goodbody.
Yep.
I love Goodbody, dude.
It's kind of like a video game version of that.
We had a discussion about him on a live stream like earlier this year, in fact.
We did. We talked about him quite a bit.
Yep. And then we looked at the live, and he was.
So there we go. Live unboxing opening of Lock and Chase for the Impala version.
Fantastic.
I enjoyed that.
Me too. Great.
And last but certainly not least,
lost my frame rate. I'm just gonna fix my camera here. Don't panic. I'm still here.
Okay.
Still here, guys. It's okay.
It's okay. You guys can carry on.
Out.
He's still alive.
You can carry on.
I picked up a couple more of those mini arcade cabinets. Those ones you can find at Walmart for like $16. If you already know, you saw them in the last SNI. I had Rampage, Cubert, and Joust behind me running. I've added 2 more to that collection.
Oh, okay.
I now have Frogger.
Yay!
Nice. Frogger. This again plays the NES version of Frogger, so the music is a little different.
Okay. Right.
It's a bit different too, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still like I said when you turn it on and look at it, like actually look at the. I mean, it looks like Frogger.
Yeah.
Who cares? It's awesome.
And to be fair, the NES adaptations of those arcade games were pretty good. Like, I mean, they were definitely the closest you could get to the arcade experience at home at
this
the time.
tiny ass little screen, it looks like the arcade version.
Yeah.
Frogger's great on the NES, man.
Yeah.
Good game.
Yeah. So there's Frogger.
It's only like 3 billion bugs. No, I'm kidding.
Like
2.
And the other one I picked up is actually an arcade replica of an arcade machine that never existed in the arcades.
Oh.
It only existed. It only existed recently in a very popular animated movie known as Wreck-It Ralph. And here's the Fix-It Felix.
Oh, nice. Fix-It Felix.
Cool.
That's great.
I would also buy a little Polybius machine. That'd be neat.
That would be kind of cool to have like a little Polybius.
Yeah.
But again, turn it off.
I would also settle for
That's
someone
great.
to cut stickers
Fix-It Felix Jr.
ROM so I could do my own.
That's great. Because I know they did like Flash, like in-browser games you could play of the Wreck-It Ralph games. That's great. Very much has the old school feel. I still have to see the second one.
I can't even really see it.
I haven't seen the second one yet either.
Yeah.
I've got the disc here.
Love the
I
first
liked
one.
the second one. It was enjoyable.
Ralph breaks the internet. The only thing is, missed opportunity. It should have been Ralph wrecks the internet.
Yeah.
So I got a little mini Fix-It Felix Jr. I had wanted this one for a long time, mostly because when I found out that they did they actually did do a full-size Fix-It Felix Jr.
Nice.
Real arcade cabinet, and it toured the U.S. for a while.
Nice.
And there's about 10 of them that exist.
That's cool.
A couple are sitting in private collections.
I'm sure they are.
And the rest are sitting over.
Must be nice to be rich.
Yes. So those are my pickups. Like I said on Discord, I was just having retro game stuff coming in all fucking week. So.
Yes, no, that was some pretty awesome stuff you got there, definitely.
Wow, how did I miss this big ass fucking box sitting next to me?
Oh, hello there.
I picked up a arcade 1-up riser.
There you go. Oh, very nice. Like an official one.
That now stands my arcade 1-up, my modified cabinet, driving cabinet, is now a real stand-up cabinet.
Nice.
It's right here. You can see the height compared to my actual cabinet.
It's so strange seeing a driving wheel on a Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition cabinet.
Yeah, I'm working on getting the artwork. I actually did find a website that does replacement artwork and information stuff for these arcade 1-ups.
Nice.
So I just got to get I want to get a new board top so it doesn't have any freaking holes.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah.
And what I'm gonna do is they have a section where you can actually get custom artwork. Like you can send in artwork and they will make a marquee for you.
Oh, cool.
So what I'm gonna do is and I have the artwork made already. I'm gonna send them artwork for the marquee for Daytona, USA.
Oh,
nice. That's a good idea.
And I'm gonna paint the side. I'm just gonna take the sides off and spray paint it like a orangish red.
Yeah, to
which
match.
is what the original the match, and then have the marquee up there and call it a day.
Cool.
Very cool. Alrighty, well, that's some good stuff there. All right, Skinslip, what'd you get this week?
Oh, mostly stuff that didn't come in last week.
Okay.
So I did find this at the store, the Life Magazine special.
That's very cool.
My favorite poster in really high quality.
That's really
nice.
Love this poster. My favorite movie.
Very nice. What is it? 65th anniversary this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Right.
From the comic book guy, I got Volume 2.
Oh, there you
and
go.
Volume 4 of No Man's Land. So now I have all of No Man's Land. I just need Cataclysm and Contagion.
Yes.
And I literally have everything. I just need those two. And I'll have everything from Chuck Dixon's Batman Specific run that's available currently.
Nice.
In trade paperback. Alright, so that's all the comics. Movies, the movies from my pop who picked some movies out. High Life, I heard some good things about this one.
High Life.
It's by the director, what's his name?
Starring Batman.
Claire Dennis. I think it's Claire Dennis.
Okay. The name rings a bell. I don't know where.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I know this, but I should know this. Someone in the chat will tell us. Anyway.
Yeah.
Next, I got Captive States.
Captive State. That one sounds interesting, actually. I'd like to check that
interesting.
one out.
Oh, I forgot about that movie.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting. My dad finally picked it up, so here we go. We got those. I love sci-fi movies, so it's a no-brainer.
Very
For
nice.
the stuff I picked up this 2016 film called Streets of Vengeance.
Nice.
From this line called Slasher Video,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm trying to collect all their stuff. So
Cool.
this does not have good reviews, so I got it for like $7. I wasn't gonna pay. I was gonna pay $16, $18 on eBay or on Amazon. I mean, I was like, nah.
Yeah.
So I've been for over a year. I've been sitting waiting for this to come up for less than $10, and it finally did. So.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, The Silent Earth.
Yay!
I think someone else will get the show on their thing, so we'll talk about that more later. And the House that Blood.
I think I showed mine. No, I showed my The Silent Earth last week. So.
Yeah,
there you go. House of Drip Blood. Yay!
One of my favorite movies of all time.
Yes.
I love this movie so much that when Mystery Science Theater came out with a movie, I went to the theater to see it because that was parodying this movie.
Yes.
Well, and because I love Mystery Science Theater.
I have not seen that yet because, and I've not seen the Mystery Science Theater version because I want to see the original first, and then I wanted to see the.
You had the Mystery Science Theater version yet?
I do not.
Oh, we got to get that too.
I have to get that too eventually, but yeah, I've been wanting to see this Islander forever. So when the Blu-ray finally came out, I grabbed it and I talked about it a bit last week. So.
I might have to rope you into one of these weeks to watching it.
I'm sure we will.
I mean, we're going to be doing some horror movies next because you got to get up on horror reviews. But like, you know, you're going to want a break. Like we've just been like weeks and weeks of grinding horror. Let's watch something else. Like, how about this sci-fi movie? Yeah. Just one movie to cleanse the palate, you know. Mm-hmm. Anyway, House That Drip Blood.
Yay!
We've been talking about it for a while. Here it is. Hooray!
Yes. Yep, we're going to be doing some group viewings of horror anthology movies. That will be one of them. And that's one that I wanted to see because I got it last year when it first came out. But I've been wanting to watch it because it has John Pertwee, the Third Doctor, as a vampire in it. So, looked like fun.
Next, we have A Woman's Torment, which is a horror by Roberta Findlay, the so-called queen of the grindhouse. She did like 35 movies.
Oh, wow.
She's like this unsung film hero. You'll see it on Amazon with this cover, which is really cool too.
Nice. Yeah, I think I've seen that one around, like just in my browsings. Yeah.
I really like the blue on the back, so I was like, all right, I want this version.
It's very nice.
And there's no nudity in it, but so the thing about this is there's also the rated R version, so the one without the sex.
Yeah.
And Roberta Findlay does a commentary on the rated R version, so I think I know what version she prefers.
Okay.
So I'll be watching that version, the rated R version, because you know. Next up.
Does that include both versions, or is it just the rated R?
It includes both versions.
Oh, it does. Okay. Okay.
And a bunch of awesome special features. It's Vinegar Syndrome. They're the Criterion of the Grindhouse. And I don't think that I'm not making that up. Like if you watch anything about the way they work on movies, they are doing the same thing that Criterion is doing. They're digitally restoring frame by frame movies that nobody else would take the time to. So they're doing important work. You should buy their releases, especially if the movie piques your interest. Like this one right here by special effects wizard Brett Piper.
Yeah.
He's known for doing a lot of special effects. But these are 2 movies he directed, and they look ridiculous and fun. I don't know anything about them other than they're ridiculous and fun. There's a reversible cover I didn't even look at yet. Oh, that's a very video cover.
Yep. Looks like from the days of VHS.
But it's got both movies. They're one's a sequel to the other.
Oh, nice.
Matt Newton was a sequel to Battle for the Lost Planet. And they're basically low-budget, cheapy sci-fi films, like stop-motion monsters and shit. Looks pretty cool.
Sweet. That sounds right up my alley, actually. Yeah.
Exactly. I had a movie called Raiders of the Living Dead, which was like one of his first movies he did. Which he actually did it as a movie called Dying Day. He took it to Independent International, right? II, right? Or is American Independent? Might be American Independent. One of the two.
Is it AIP? Is that the one? American International Pictures?
No.
Different one.
No.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's AI. It's Independent International. Anyway, they did a lot of these regional films and did distribution for them.
Okay.
And the producer was like, "Oh, this is great, but it's only like 60 minutes, so you need to shoot some more." So he gave them some more money. They went back and shot it and came back with The Darkest Night, the recon of Dying Day. Okay. He's like, "Oh, that's great. Took the movie, handed it off to director Al Adams, said, make something of this piece of shit."
Good old Al Adams.
Adams made Raiders of the Living Dead with Brett Piper's special effects footage and made a whole new movie with it.
Okay, interesting.
And that was presented on DVD by Image Entertainment 20 years ago.
Wow.
And it's a terrible movie, but you should check it out. It's very, very interesting backstory.
Yeah.
That being said, I also finally got a replacement for Mothra. I actually got this last week, but I became smashed and where the film was coming up, because some people have a film on this.
Yeah.
It's not your slipcover's not peeling. There's a protective film.
Yeah.
Mine came out. It's my plastic, I think.
It's basically it's shrink wrap, but it's only around the slipcover and not on the ends. So a lot of people thought that the plastic of the slipcover was peeling. I said, no. It's just like shrink wrap. You can take that off. Yeah. It's okay.
You can't. And this printing on it is on the inside.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it was peeling up, and I was like, "What the hell?" And I looked at it, and the whole corner had basically been crushed, like this, and also this direction. So it was splitting open, and when you didn't notice it until you pull it open, and then you'll notice here, there's like a seam. So the seam on the slipcover was coming apart. So it was literally like,
that's where it joins. Yeah.
I can't even ignore this damage because it's fucked.
Yeah.
So I got a replacement. It came 2 days.
Yeah.
So. Nice. Last, not least, the Amicus collection, the set from Severin. So
jealous of that one.
To be fair, the 3 movies are available separately.
Yeah.
The only thing it's not is this Amicus Vault.
Yeah, I noticed that.
It's okay. So. It's a neat little thing, but you know.
Isn't there? I thought one of the movies was only available in that set. I know the Vault is, but I thought there was one of the others.
Pretty sure it's just the Vault, but I mean I could be wrong.
Box set. It should say box set exclusive on there somewhere.
Nope.
No?
Nope. Doesn't say anything about exclusive anywhere.
Okay. Other than the Vault one?
Yeah. Exclusive to this set, the infamous werewolf. Oh, the beast must die. Okay, it is. There it is.
Okay, that's what I thought.
There you go. Fucking mountain of text. Sorry, I was like literally
so
reading
one of the movies and the Vault disc, basically.
Yeah.
So 2 of the 4 discs.
Beast Must Die is a good one. It's the one I've actually seen where they're like, it's a dinner party and it's a whodunit, and one of the people at the dinner party is a werewolf. It's the first 5 minutes of the movie. I'm not spoiling anything.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like the setup of the movie, and I'm like, that's a fucking crazy awesome setup. So.
Cool. Well,
that's everything.
Hopefully, it'll get a re-release that I can afford someday.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So I got a few things as well. Let's see. Where are we going here? Let's start with. Yeah. Did I can't remember what I showed last week. I don't think I showed these. We've got Dr. Terror's House of Horrors. Did I show that last week? I don't think I did.
No, we showed that earlier this week in a stream.
I think I showed it on another stream. Okay, Dr. Terra's House of Horrors. This is, speaking of Amicus, this is actually the first anthology horror film that Amicus did from 1967? No, 1964. Yeah, and I wanted to pick this up because I saw it a million years ago when I was a kid, and I really liked it, and I haven't seen it since, and I do love me some anthology horror, so I've been trying to collect a lot of them over the past few years. So this was a big one for the collection because apparently it's going out of print, so I wanted to snag it before it was gone. And then another one, Skinslip and I were talking about two of the movies in this set, or one of the movies in this set, and wondering, oh, is this even available on Blu-ray? I'd really like to get that. I used to have it on like a bargain bin VHS back in the day. The movie is called The Torture Chamber of Dr. Sadism, also known as Castle of the Walking Dead, also known as Blood Demon. And, well, it turns out it was available on Blu-ray, but only as a box set exclusive in the Hemisphere Horrors set from Severin.
This is my first encounter with Hemisphere in any kind.
The same
I,
folks.
in fact, actually, the Blood Island trilogy, I'm vaguely familiar with because Roger Corman produced it. But.
Yeah. So anyway, Hemisphere Horror is kind of a lower budget Hammer horror-esque thing, primarily based in the Philippines. They actually filmed a lot of sort of drive-in schlocky horror in the 60s and 70s. Anyway, this is a box set of 5 of their movies. So we've got Curse of the Vampires, The Blood Drinkers, The Black Cat, The Torture Chamber of Dr. Sadism, and Brain of Blood. Brain of Blood is the other reason I wanted this set, is because that's another one I saw in my youth, and it was, you know, one of my earlier experiences with sort of drive-in style horror. And
I've seen Brain of Blood on the shelf, so I'm familiar with it, but I've never seen any of them.
And I really enjoyed it. Brain of Blood is also known as The Creature's Revenge, which is how I've seen it before. And I think I saw both, actually. I can't remember. I saw it once, like, years ago, maybe on VHS, maybe on late night TV, I don't recall. And then I saw it a few years later in an old rerun of an episode of Elvira's movie Macabre under the title Creature's Revenge. So it was, like, interspersed with, you know, comments and snide remarks from Elvira. And it was a lot of fun. So ever since then, I've wanted to get just the movie. And by total fluke, so I'm looking around, I'm like, oh, Torture Chamber of Dr. Sadism is on Blu-ray, but only in this set, and it's going out of print, and oh my god, I have to get this. I just saw it, like, in a random tweet from, I think it was from Severin, actually. Yeah. It was a random tweet saying there's only a few of these available on Amazon, so if you're going to get it, you better get it quick, although sometimes their stock numbers are wrong. And I was like, what is that set? And we literally just been talking about this movie, like, 2 days prior. And thought, oh, I guess it's not on Blu-ray. It's only available on, like, crummy DVDs. And I'm like, what is that set? Like, wait a minute, Torture Chamber of Dr. Sadism? So I go and check, and I'm like, I have the money for this right now. Order! So I ordered it. And I let a couple days pass, and then I told Skinslip about it. So he was like, oh, I'll add that to my cart. And then he forgot he had one-click ordering activated and accidentally clicked one-click order, and it's like, oh, well, I guess I own that now.
I own that now until I clicked on it, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, and I didn't know I'd ordered it until I sat down at the computer, checked my email, and saw that it was preparing to ship.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't cancel it then.
So his got shipped and was in his hands about a week and a half later. It took a little while. Meanwhile, me, who ordered it 2 days prior, mine was sitting there, not even preparing to ship, just sitting there in fucking limbo for like 2 weeks. I was saying, you're going to get it by July 17th. I'm like, great. Maybe if you put it in the mail, that would actually happen. So I actually contacted Amazon and, like, had an online chat with the guy. And he's like, oh, yeah, it's just because it's in one of our other warehouses, so it's taking a little longer. But don't worry, just keep it. Basically told me he had no idea what was going on, just keep waiting. So I kept waiting. Meanwhile, Skinslip gets his. And he's like, oh, Sean, look what arrived today. I'm like, just fuck you. And then... no, we kept track of each other's orders. He's like, oh, Sean, look. And it's like his status had changed to shipping. So he, like, sends me a screenshot of it, like, changed to shipping. And I'm like, oh, let me go check mine. So I go check mine. And it's just like, arriving July 17th. Still no status change. It's like, fuck! And then he's just, like, laughing at me. And then finally, it switches to shipping. Finally, it arrives, and I was like, oh my god, that took... Because I was stressing out about it, because this is a limited, numbered edition that I initially ordered because I was informed by this random tweet that there was low stock. So I'm, like, freaking out the longer and longer it's taking. They just gonna, like, find, oh, there's no more left on the shelf. I guess we'll have to just cancel your order. Sorry. It's like... He got his and ordered it 2 days after me. What the fucking fuck? So, anyway.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you gotta take a joy in your friend's misery.
Anyway, the set finally arrived. I'm very happy.
Are we covering those this year, or is it just something you wanted to get for the future?
I'd at least like to watch the 2 that I bought the set for.
I didn't know what your plan was, because I didn't get a chance to ask about it.
So then, this was a similar thing, just a random conversation on Discord. One of our regulars was saying, oh, I really wish I'd bought that movie, but it's apparently completely unavailable and out of print now. And I looked up this movie on Amazon.ca, and I'm like, it's still available. It's $15. In fact, since you just warned me it might be going out of print soon, order 555, which is a... lovely shot-on-video murder mystery serial killer / piece of crap, but apparently
right now, if you are looking at this going, oh, I don't own any shot, don't buy that as your first shot-on-video movie. You will not have a good time.
The reason
you will not have a good time with that movie. It's your first video.
All right,
I know it's not yours, but I'm saying.
Okay, so the reason I got this was because Skinslip has been using these GIFs as reaction GIFs for like a couple of years now. I guess since first seeing this movie and just fell in love with this character. There's like this perpetually angry police chief character in it. And he just has this series of GIFs. Like every scene he's in, every conversation he has, he just angrily flings things off of his desk and like wags his finger in the face of whoever he's talking to. And I'm like, I need to see this just to see this character in action. Like, so he just has, like, this string of GIFs of this guy just, like, flinging things off the ground and yelling at people. And I'm like...
Smashing the clothes with doors. Like...
So that's... So this... Everybody's like, oh, this is that murder movie. No, this is that angry police chief movie. That's why I wanted it. So, anyway, I grabbed this. This is the first...
There's some fun gore in that movie, to be fair.
Yeah.
There's nothing realistic in that film. You're not going to go in to see, like, oh, that was really realistic gore. No. These are movies shot for $250 in some dude's basement with a fucking rented camera in the 1980s. It's fucking Halloween props. It's hilarious. It's great, but you got to know what you're getting into. That would not be the one I would suggest seeing.
So I'm looking forward to seeing that. And finally, the other day, I don't know what happened, but my mailbox was full of bugs. First off, there was, like, this giant moth in it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I got the Mothra set as well. This was another one, actually, that everybody and their dog seemed to get. Skinslip got his broken one and got his replacement. Meanwhile, I'm still waiting for mine to arrive. I pre-ordered this. They mailed it, like... I swear, like I got it like a week after the release date. So anyway, glad to finally have it. Or no, the release date was 4 days ago. So I guess I got it like a few days after the release date. But anyway, glad to finally have this, the beautiful Mothra Steelbook. And just to show you, it's a clear Steelbook. Huh?
I asked Stout if he got it too.
There you go. Nope. So very
what
nice.
What the fuck's wrong with you, Stoudman?
And this is an example of how Mill Creek is stepping up their game. This has both the Japanese and U.S. cuts with different running time. Yeah, the Japanese version is 11 minutes longer. Actually, it also has an audio commentary and a photo gallery and a trailer. So this is not some bargain basement cheapo release. This is like a premium release that they did. And an example of the kind of stuff that they're doing now. So
if the commentary is the same one ported over from the Icons of Toho DVD of Mothra, it's a very good commentary. I listened to it the other not last night.
It probably is. I would think
it is 100%. I've heard it already before, so it's one of my favorite commentaries.
So
very good.
So then, there was more bugs in my mailbox.
Oh, yeah.
There was a giant spider in there, and
oh my god!
I mean, to get that forever.
And then there was like hundreds of spiders in there too, and William Shatner.
I hope you die in a fire. Just...
Wow.
Now these two Spider movies, these were kind of special to me again. This has been like a nostalgia update. There's a nostalgia of... Yeah.
No, God, please, no. No.
Yes. So there's it's kind of a nostalgia update because I mean the Dr. Terry's House of Horrors, Torture Chamber, Dr. Sadism was one I had on VHS on my Selkirk days. It was kind of special to me. It brings back a lot of good memories. Brain of Blood is one of the first sort of drive-in horror ones. These ones are special to me because these are some of the first horror movies I ever saw.
Wow. You're an idiot.
Right here, just so you know.
Okay. These are some of the first horror movies I ever saw, and I'm pretty sure I was, like, way too young to be seeing these at the time. So, this one stars Alan Hale, the skipper from Gilligan's Island, as the sheriff of a small town. And something happens, and a interdimensional hole is ripped in the fabric of space and time, and all these spiders start pouring out of it. They get bigger and bigger and bigger until ultimately there's this giant spider. I gotta give mad props. This is like a low-budget horror movie. They did not have a lot of money to go around. They actually built a freaking full-size giant spider out of the carcass of an old VW. Oh my god, can I fucking talk? Seriously.
And it's not even remotely convincing.
I know.
Those are the best ones. How can you call yourself a real Star Wars fan if you don't
I really
have
need to
the
put more of a timer on
Rock
that.
movies?
I don't know how. Anyway, but it doesn't matter that it's even remotely convincing. It's fine for what it is, and quite impressive that they did something on that scale. They actually had two giant spiders for this. They had one that would, like, move around, and they had, like, 9 kids inside that would move the legs around as another person was driving it. And then they had a second one that was what they called the eating spider. It would basically, they'd hoist it up on a crane, and it had, like, a mouth that would pull people in. There'd be, like, people inside it that would pull the people in, and then they pour blood down there. So I remembered, I'm not going to say who or what, but I remembered very vividly. I'm sure I saw this when I was like 5, 6 years old. So I was like really, really young. And I knew, of course, Alan Hale, the skipper from Gilligan's Island, because I'd seen that a lot. So anyway, there's a scene in this where a character gets very brutally eaten by the giant spider. And I thought for sure it was this one character in particular from the movie. Like, I remembered this vividly. And I watched the movie for the first time, like literally the first time since I was a kid. So getting this Blu-ray, I watched the movie.
40 years, guys.
Like 40 years ago was the last time I saw this movie, and I carried this memory with me of this one specific character dying horribly and gruesomely. And, well, get to that scene in the movie. Yes, the actual death scene is exactly the way I remember. Like, perfectly. I couldn't believe how perfectly I had remembered this death scene. I'm like, I was waiting for, like, the part with the blood pouring down the back. Like, oh my god, there it is. That is exactly the way I remembered it. However, it was not the character I thought it was. So all this time I thought, oh, it wasn't that character. All this time I thought it was that particular specific character and was traumatized because I loved that character, and it wasn't that character.
That's why memories can't be trusted.
Yeah. Like 40 years I carried that memory around with me, and I remembered half of it right. Just not who got eaten. So that was cool. This one I remember as a kid. I'm pretty sure I saw this one a few times later in my youth. But watching it now, I remember jack shit about it. Absolutely nothing. Just some vague impression memories. Like sense memories almost. I didn't even remember that William Shatner was in it. I didn't know who the hell he was when I was 5 years old. But this one, the only thing I really remembered about this was I remember this being the one I liked more as a kid because it was a giant monster, and I love giant monsters. But I remember this one being the serious, scary spider movie. So,
Here, buddy.
So I watched both of these as a double bill the other night. I gotta watch both of these. Like, these are like the movies from my youth, and you know, I had a blast. I had an absolute blast.
Giant Spider Invasion more. Just so
this one is just cheesy fun. It's so much fun. I loved this movie so much. This one, actually, I was genuinely impressed by how snappy the script is. Like, there's some really funny dialogue moments in here. William Shatner is a delight in this. This is like when he was at the peak of his career. And
it feels so cheesy.
And I gotta say, like, you would never see a movie like this now. Kingdom of the Spiders. You would never see a movie like that now because it's all real spiders. Like, they
being crushed and kicked. And
it's obviously just before the no harm came to the animals movement, because there are moments where clearly real spiders get killed.
I know you're joking, Brinsley, but arachnophobia didn't exist in a vacuum. It is the way it is because these other movies came before it.
Yes.
It's literally a parody of these movies.
That is exactly what it is.
Brinsley, I was gonna make that joke.
Yeah. There's a lot of, there was a lot of sort of killer insect and bug movies that came out around that time. Like, there was Swarm, which was about killer bees. And there was,
The Bees, actually, was another one.
The Bees, yeah. Which,
Bees! Bees in the car!
There was Frog, which was actually a parody at the time of those types of movies. Slugs was a little bit later, I think. But there was, Frogs, that's what it was, yeah. But there was a bunch of those movies that came out around that time about killer insects on the rampage. The thing I liked about Kingdom of the Spiders was it actually provided a somewhat plausible reason for why the spiders were overrunning everything. Was basically that they were in a migration path where the spiders were looking for a new source of food. Because it was a bit of an environmental message, too, saying that they had used all these pesticides to wipe out all these insects, and it interrupted the food chain. So now the spiders had nothing to eat. So they're eating us.
But that doesn't make any sense at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
The fucking reveal at the end of the movie, that doesn't make any sense with that reveal.
No, because if it's a migration path, they should have kept going.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was the one problem I had with it as well.
As a fucking 10-year-old, I was like, but that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
As a 10-year-old, when I saw this on TV.
Exactly. So basically, because I was thinking what it would be is, like, they just got to hole up and survive until the spiders move on to wherever the fuck they're going.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
No. That's not actually what it's about.
I mean, it makes for a nice dramatic ending, sure. But,
there's also Night of the Lupus. Let's not forget about that movie.
Which one? Night of the Lupus?
Lepus.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Oh my god, giant killer bunnies. It's so adorable.
Is it really?
Yeah, literally models and regular-sized bunnies.
Oh my god, I need to see that now.
As cute and
unconvincing. Yeah. So the next one, I think, for me, would probably be, I'm pretty sure The Swarm was another one that I saw, and...
Got a Blu-ray from Modern Archive?
Oh, really? Okay. I might have to grab that, because that was another one. I liked those killer bug movies as a kid, so...
The Bees is really
yes, Empire of the Ants. Fuck, I had forgotten all about that one. That is another one.
Release.
Yeah.
The Bees has a Vinegar Syndrome release.
The Bees, I'm pretty sure I saw I think that was another one. It was another one I kind of equated, kind of like the spider ones. There's The Bees.
Is so much fun.
There was The Bees and The Swarm, and my youth memory is that The Swarm was the scarier one. So
I think it's going to be reversed for your adult memory.
Maybe. I don't know. I honestly don't remember.
I think Bees more effective as a horror film, and Swarm is more effective as an adventure film, personally.
So for me,
disaster film.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed seeing those two Spider movies again after so long. Like, it was just, I was 5 years old again. It was amazing.
I really want to get Giant Spider Invasion. It's been on my list for a while now.
Dude, this is such a good set, too.
I know!
It has so much stuff on it. It's ridiculous.
I'm poor.
There is literally... This is like $20. It's cheap.
I don't have $20.
Oh, you just bought all the freaking Severin sets.
$20? I want peanuts.
Severin sets.
But it's got... It even has...
to pay for, brother.
It even has the Super 8 version. Like the condensed version. But get this, it has a bonus DVD with just a straight transfer of the Super 8 version. It's about 30 minutes, cut down. But then on the Blu-ray, they have a reconstructed high-def version of the Super 8 cut down from the high-def transfer, which is pretty cool.
That's cool.
Also, the bonus DVD has about 3 hours of archival reviews and footage and... or not reviews, interviews, footage, and revisiting the...
very good job at that one.
And talking with the director and going through the director's personal archives of behind-the-scenes photos and promotional material and stuff. And
can someone go to director's personal archive and get a Blu-ray of Twister's Revenge, please? God damn it.
Twister's Revenge, that's another one of his, Bill Rebane.
Yeah, it is. I know it is.
It also has a bonus CD with 14 tracks from the Giant Spider Invasion, the musical.
Oh, yeah.
I've not listened to that yet.
I've been on and off in and out of my cart for like 2 years now.
Oh, I've been wanting. I've been wanting to get this for so long, and I finally decided to pull the trigger on them. It's like, I need those Spider movies in my collection. That is my youth. That is the origins of my love of cheesy horror.
I don't know if I can get Color Crocodile 1 and 2. I don't have fucking $40 to pay for it, and it might be sold out before I get it. So no, I may not get it, and I'm gonna be fucking pissed if I don't. Because I'm gonna go pay $80 on eBay for it. I'm not missing Killer Crocodile. Yeah. I was literally considering paying $80 for fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 AK Night Killer.
Not the first time I was suckered by the box. Oh, the Nest. Yeah, I have the Nest. The Nest. The beautiful cover painting that has absolutely nothing to do with the movie. I'm pretty sure there isn't a giant cockroach.
It's a really gross movie for someone like me who is terrified of cockroaches.
Yeah.
I have no interest in I saw the movie. I got the movie in a contest.
Yeah.
I saw it. I passed it on to a friend. He was like, I'm good. I've seen it once. It's all I ever need.
I don't know. I grabbed it because it was during the period when I had more disposable income, so I bought a lot of Scream Factory titles on Blind Buy. Just like, I'd look at the cover, I'd read the back, and then it's like, oh, this sounds interesting. I've never seen it. But the vast majority I was not disappointed by. Like, what was that other one that I got around the same time as the Nest? It was with Clint Howard, where he was like a computer whiz.
Evil Speak.
Yes.
I need to get that one still.
I actually really enjoyed that one. That was a lot of fun.
It's fucking Howard.
Yeah, I know. It's Clint Howard. I think it was one of the first things he did where he was...
Ice Cream Man now.
I need to get Ice Cream Man, yeah. I think it was one of the first things I saw with Clint Howard as like a crazy villain character. But I liked it. I mean, he was the underdog seeking revenge, essentially. And I liked that. And then around the same time, I had like a, college killer movie double bill. I watched that, and then Final Exam was the other one.
I have that one. I love that one.
Yeah,
My favorite thing about Final Exam is it's a slasher film, but not until the last bit. And it's actually just an end-of-school fun little movie until the killing starts.
I need to rewatch it. I remember liking it, but... the thing that struck me about it was...
Clint Howard is not scary. He's a very nice man. I've met him more than once. He's a very, very nice person.
The thing that struck me about Final Exam was that the mystery of the killer is maintained throughout the movie, which in a way I think makes it scarier. That you don't know the motivation, the reason, or what have you. And apparently that makes Michelle sad. Something makes. What's making you sad, Michelle? What's
Cyber 16, Clint Howard is a scary man.
Oh, okay. Yes. Clint Howard is a wonderful, charming man. I've not had the pleasure of meeting him, but I've seen many interviews, and he seems very nice.
He's a very charming person, yes. Exactly how I describe it.
What is it, Michelle? Oh, wow, I didn't realize how close... Holy crap, Michelle and JL are like neck and neck for first place. I didn't realize.
Major Motoko, you were 7,000 behind. Just drop a big 7 bill on it, dude. 7750, and you'll catch up.
Drama at its best. You'll reclaim tomorrow? Okay, I will be sure to stream tomorrow, JL. Actually, I'm planning to stream tomorrow anyway because I've got a lot of filming and editing and stuff to do. We're in a race right now. It is the race to when my mom arrives for her 2 weeks with us. So I'm trying to get as much filming done before then as possible so that I can just relax and have nice, relaxing editing streams with you guys, because there's no way in hell I'll be able to get any filming done when my mom is here.
So, we might be movie watching done?
We'll do some movie watching too, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
That we can do. She can ask you all sorts of inane questions. We can all laugh or you get frustrated. Explain this part that was explained 5 minutes ago. If you just paid attention, she could have known.
Yeah.
I love parents, don't you?
I'm sure she probably won't want to watch a lot of the kind of stuff we'll be watching, but
perfect.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Which works perfectly fine. Yeah.
Watching things that she wants to watch.
So,
it's all good.
So Skinslip and I have decided that our group watchings, for those of you who want to join us on Twitch and have the movies to watch along with us, will be on Tuesdays for the time being.
Well, we didn't want to set a specific day every week because you don't do well with that. Instead, we went to Tuesday, Wednesday are the days we shoot for.
Tuesday, Wednesday, yeah.
It'll happen sometime before those 2 days.
It depends what's going on, but yeah. So we're shooting for Tuesdays or Wednesdays. So just stay tuned. We'll announce them.
Scheduled this Tuesday. This Tuesday is scheduled.
This Tuesday we'll be doing something.
Yes.
We haven't decided specifically what we're going to be watching yet, but we've got quite a stack of things. So
review. So.
Huh?
I'm sure you'll pick something you need to review.
Something that I need to review. Yeah. So. I'm kind of inclined to watch those 2 Hemisphere movies just because we went through such hell to get the sets.
Since I overdrafted to get the set, yeah.
Yes,
sure.
And I'm on a bit of a nostalgia kick with the movie watching. It'd be nice to see those again after so long. Plus, I think you'll enjoy it. I don't think you haven't seen either one of them, right?
I haven't seen anything from any of these boxes. I've heard of the Blood Island series because Corman helped produce them.
Yeah.
And they were so successful that he literally gave Eddie Romero for the next 20 fucking years money to make movies, and only 1 or 2 of them have been released on home video here, and I'm very sad because we need more. He's got like 40 movies in his repertoire. We've gotten like 6.
Roger Corman?
No, Eddie Romero.
Oh, right. Gotcha.
Roger Corman, which is his benefactor. Roger Corman fell in love with directors like I fall in love with directors. If I were rich, I would be the next Roger Corman because I'd be like, I like your work. You make more movies. So he did that with Sergio Santiago.
Yeah.
And Eddie Romero, and like a bunch of all these other directors that he just like latches onto these guys.
Nice.
Just keep making movies. Just keep it up.
Just keep going. Keep making movies. I like your work. I'll finance your work.
I like what you do.
Yeah.
Bring back.
Alrighty. So.
At some point. I don't make enough money to bring MGB back yet.
I don't know. They're into a bits war. Maybe we should keep going for a little bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd love to bring MGB back, but I don't make enough money on Twitch for me to wrangle everyone together every time I want to do a show. Because it's a pain in the dick to wrangle artists. So until I'm making a little bit more on Twitch, it's kind of like I'm kind of waiting.
Yeah. Wait,
Plus, then
Z back on nights? I thought Z was on daytime. I am on whatever time I'm on, JL. Generally, with filming and streams that could potentially be loud, I try to do those during the day. If it's just like, a nice relaxing editing stream where it's just me doing some editing, chatting with you guys, that stuff I can do whenever because it's not very noisy. So, but if I'm doing games or reviews, generally, I need to do those during the day just so as not to annoy the neighbors. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Your neighbor.
My neighbor.
It's only one person who's complained.
Yeah, that's true. And I have other neighbors that are way noisier than me, so I don't know what the hell. Editing stream got me. Yeah, but I think it's because I had the back door open and sound carries very easily here. So.
It's not also. Yeah. It's not. He has a booming voice.
Yeah, I project.
Sure. Booming. Loud.
Oh, God. That's right, Duncan. Evil. Pure evil. Oh, he just bumped Major Motoko off the top 3.
Everyone press F to pay respect to Major Motoko.
Will you please stop saying that?
So for those of you who do come to the Twitch streams, I've started work on the Halloween stuff. Still got a bit of Batman stuff, which I'm going to try to get out of the way and get posted before the end of August. But also starting on the Halloween stuff. Already filmed a few videos that, sort of getting getting in order. Starting to play some scary games on Twitch, so if you want to be there for the live shenanigans, please feel free to come by. Did a couple games yesterday. Those of you just watch on YouTube, those will start to be posted in September and then run through October. But lots more scary games to go. Some of which you'll see on YouTube, some of which you will only see on Twitch. So there you go. If you like the scary games, that's your warning, I guess. I don't know. So one more hey listen and you'll be ahead, JL. That's true. Yeah.
That Area 51 meme is perfect.
Cyber6 says I love seeing Sean shit his pants. Yes. Yeah. See, now those I have to do during the day, which is why I have the windows blacked out, so I can do them anytime. Because sometimes I can't help but scream like a little girl when, you know,
terrifying?
Scary things happen. Yes, I mean, I'm sure you'll agree. Some of the games I play are pretty frickin' scary. So, it's all part of the fun. So, yeah. Sigh, I used bagpipes. You used bagpipes?
I just learned something interesting about
earlier.
The Philly
Yes,
Fanatic.
yes, you did. Sorry, about what? Nelly Furtado?
I learned something interesting about the Philly Fanatic.
Oh, okay.
Which, for those who don't know, is a mascot for the Phillies.
And a meme.
Organization.
Okay.
It's a very strange mascot that nobody quite knows what it is, why it exists, or anything like that. I just found out it was apparently made by somebody who used to work with Jim Henson.
Oh.
And, like, it's essentially, it's not a Muppet, but it's kind of a Muppet. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
Okay.
Philly Fanatic's awesome. I love him.
Yeah.
They're like very memey on the internet, and it's funny. And he's become a meme himself.
It was made by Bonnie Erickson, who worked with Jim Henson, and apparently, the Phillies approached Jim Henson first, and he said, "No, I'm not doing that." But we could talk to Bonnie, you know, and that's how she got the gig.
Excellent.
Apparently, the Philly Fanatic's mouth is supposed to be like a bullhorn or whatever. You know?
Okay. I don't know what you're talking about at all. Completely lost. I get the vague sense it's something sports related, and as soon as I get that sense, I just tune right out. I just don't.
My cookies not together, so I had to. They're all chocolate covered. So
meanwhile,
to slowly pry them apart.
Meanwhile, Michael wanted to let us know that he's watching. Wow, why is this picture so massive? Hold on.
Jesus Christ.
Michael is watching, as you can see here. Michael.
Oh, hi, Michael.
There you go.
God, you're such a dork. I mean, keep up, but you're still a dork. You know.
There you go. Thank you for sharing that, Michael. Michael is watching as Michael. Oh, okay, there we go. Alrighty, well, I think that is it for this week, folks.
I'll be the first victim.
We're out of steam. Yeah. So, I'm going to... Yeah, I can't really do anything tonight. It's too late now.
I'm gonna fuck off for the night.
I'm going to fuck off for the night. I'll see you all tomorrow for more streaming goodness. I've got some more Halloween stuff to film, got some updates, and a few closer looks that I've been having on the back burner for a while. So, yeah, we'll do that. No, I'm basically at this point, Colette, I'm just looking to pile up on the filming. There is some editing we need to do. I need to get Batman Arkham Origins going, because that's due to start not next week, but the week after. So we've got to get at least a few episodes in the can for that. So, yeah, in the meantime, I'll be rerunning some scary gameplays overnight. Don't panic. I know they're reruns. I'm not replaying the same games again. They're not me live now. I'm asleep while you're watching. Just enjoy the repeats.
You're about to play a game? Cool.
That's what I have to say about that. Alrighty. Evil should not be 500 bits, because then it would get played even more than it already is. It was 500 bits originally.
It should be, you're right, it should be 5 bits.
And that is why I jacked the price up to 750.
It should be 500 bits with a 1,000 minute cooldown.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Every couple days you can play it then.
Yeah, every couple days.
Something like that. Every day or two. Once a day.
10 of 1,000 bits. Yeah, exactly. I literally told Michelle all of this like 2 minutes ago.
And she doesn't care that you did. She doesn't give a fuck. She wasn't asking you.
Yeah. He signed my petition to get Evil to 500 bits. Thank you. Oh boy. Oh,
10 bits.
Michelle.
Michelle, but, you know, I like it, so.
Alrighty. Have yourselves a good night, everybody, and we will see you next time. Until then, thanks for watching, thanks for chatting, thanks for just being you, and sayonara.
Bye.
Geekiness.
It'll work.
Oh, why isn't it still open? Where the hell did I put the theme song? Where are you? Hold on. Where are you? Where are you? Party House Glub Glub. Where are you? Party House Glub Glub. There you are. Alright, see you next week, everybody.
Dormirse en la cama, darse prisa en tu alma, ratoncito en el club, no heroica, Glub Glub Glub. Kung Pao O'Malley, ratoncito le gusta danza cuando estudio en la escuela. Pajarita se de botín cuando visita a su abuela. Si necesita una amiga, debe hablar con ratoncito. Si quiere ser mi amante, debe ser alta y delgadita. Lunes, martes, ratones, miércoles, jueves.